Well, look at what time it is again, everybody. Hello and welcome to the stream. You probably know my name because it's right here on my desk. My name is Kismet. Welcome to the stream. We're going to have some fun. We're going to play one of my favorite games of all time. It is called Surviving Mars. Now, they've actually added another cool expansion to the game called Martian Express. Now, I don't know if I have it loaded right or anything like that. I did try to get it loaded up here. Let's get all of you in here, right over there. There you are. Let's get all of you in here and let's get it going. Now, again, I'm just going to be playing this. This is a single-player game that you can play and go around and get into some trouble. I have it launched right over here, Surviving Mars. Now, they also have a bunch of other DLC for it as well, which we'll take a look at on top of the Martian Express as well. Now, we're just kind of a revisiting series that I like to do. We got to go back and we check on games that we really liked the first time through and see how they're progressing, right? Great example, No Man's Sky, Satisfactory, 7 Days to Die, etc., etc., etc. In fact, a lot of games that you'll see go back behind here. We do a lot of going back. Here's one we should go back and visit again. Stardew Valley. That a big update for that one as well. We'll have to go back and put that on the list of revisiting ones as well. And if you have some ideas of ones I should revisit that I have played here on stream, you go ahead and let me know. You can go ahead and let me know in the chat, or you go ahead and let me know on the Discord, which is the best place to let me know because then I'll actually remember it. So you can go ahead and follow that link. Pop over there. Give some game suggestions, even if they are games that I have played before. So Kismet, hey, I'd love to see you check out the latest version of insert name of game here. All right. So you guys are welcome to do that. Help support the stream as well. Gets me inspired to play some games. I see, I got Akia in the chat. First one I see in the chat for the night stream. Notorious TDK coming in as well. I am showing the love. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in and hanging out. Now, if you're not familiar with my stream, if you just wandered in here accidentally, you're like, what the heck is this all about? Well, I'm sitting in my overseer's office. If you've ever played Fallout, they have, of course, an office, a desk very similar to what I have. It's actually been in my stream for like 6 years now, a very long time. This is the upgraded version of it, a big time, and I appreciate you all coming in. By the way, anybody ever notice my fish tank right here? This is actually, look, you can actually see the fish swimming in the thing. You'll see them go by every now and again. That was a lot of hard work, everybody. There's actually, you can't see it, but there's actually, on all of these screens here in front of me, there's like 10 screens. There's actually something going on every single screen. I'm that, even though you'll never see it, I put that kind of detail in my 3D designs. You never know, I might spin myself around or do any special effects in the future. I got all sorts of stuff I'd love to do, but not enough time to do it all. That's for sure. Absolutely. For sure. Hey, Paul, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Rotisserie G, thanks for coming in as well. Yes, ready to go. It's Kismet time. It is my time and your time to have some fun. So let's get into it. Riverdog also bringing the love. Appreciate it big time. I did not get any rest, everybody, but for some reason, I feel energized and ready to play. Maybe because we're going to play some Surviving Mars. I really love this game. We may do some battles. Probably not. I'm going to get so distracted. Now, here's the problem with me, anyway, when I play games. When I play a game and I don't play it for a while, I don't know if it's like you guys as well. Put one in the chat if this is you guys as well. If you haven't played it for 6 months or a year, you pretty much forgot how to heck play that game. Most, at least the bulk of the techniques, or even the things that you learn that are the techniques that help you win that game, right? I have that problem all the time. I actually won this game multiple times. I played it all the way through multiple times, off stream and a bit on stream. I loved it so much. Incredibly great. And I learned all these tricks and techniques and whatnot. And I may show you my previous game. I do see that my previous game is in there. I hit load game just to see if it was still in there, and it's in there. We'll probably do that tomorrow because we're going to have a little 2-day session here with Surviving Mars. Now, mine says Green Planet up there, and we're going to get into it. Hey, Dr. J, what up? So let's get into it and start some Surviving Mars. Let's go. Now, I feel very lucky, by the way, that the awesome people over there at Paradox Interactive did send me a code before anybody else got to play it, everybody. That's right. I got to play it way ahead of time. I appreciate them big time. I appreciate peeps who believe in my channel. Say, Kismet, we love what you do, bro. We'd love for you to take a look at our game. And this is my kind of jam, everybody. This is my type of game. Now, what we got going on behind me, I always move like I need to move, but I don't need to move, everybody. You know why? Because I can do this. Whoop. I can just move over like that. Right here, Surviving Mars, Martian Express. You can go ahead and pick that up. Now, before we actually get into the game itself, we're going to go ahead and take a look at these awesome mods that they added. That just came out, by the way, in April, just at the end of April on the 28th. You've got this one right here, which is the one I really want to try because you know how I love trains. In Satisfactory, definitely want to try them out in this game. I think that would be a huge boon to this game. So what it does is not only transport passengers, but it also transports cargo. So that's pretty awesome. And again, that's called the Martian Express. Now, the other one is the Contemporary Cosmetic Pack. So you get all these better looking buildings. It's so cool looking, everybody. Very, very cool. So we added that as well. Now, sadly, I cannot do music on the stream here, but I highly recommend just getting the 3-pack, getting all 3 of them. Bam, you got them all in one shot. And then you got a whole bunch of awesome music to listen to while you're playing the game. I typically play games with music. I typically like that kind of immersion it gives you, especially when you're in a cutscene or something's going on and that music's really driving the narrative of that particular game. So again, Martian Express, this one right here, look at this. Oh, that's freaking awesome looking. And then, of course, the radio one there as well. Now, this is a partially sponsored stream as well, because I did ask them if they could send me a code so I can check out the new stuff, and I'm definitely down for doing it. Now, did that make it into the title? That did not make it in the title. I have to get that in the title. Hold on, everybody. You know, I'm totally legit, everybody. If it's a sponsored thing, even in the smallest degree, it's not like they're paying me to play their game, everybody. I'm not that big of a streamer. I'm not like one of those streamers, you know, like those really high-end streamers where they put a little logo in the corner and they never tell you that they're sponsored. Even if they send me a code, I just tell you. I just tell you like it's straight because I'm 50 years old and I just tell it like it's straight and I don't got to answer to nobody. So there. So I do appreciate them sending me some codes to check it out. And this is one I wanted to revisit anyway. Before this actually came out, this is actually on my list at the beginning of April to replay on my stream. So even before then, I was going to play it again anyway. So we're going to check it out. So let's go ahead and basically get in to the basics of the game. So we're going to hit the new game. Look at that. See, that's what we wanted. That's what we want to create right there. See, a little terraformed Mars. Now, the basic gist of this game, and let's turn our sound on, is the fact that you're leaving the planet, right? And you're going to Mars. And your goal is to, of course, set up a colony on Mars and to terraform Mars into a habitable planet for you. Now, you have a whole bunch of different options. Now, I've not looked at all the new options. There's a ton of new options as well. And we're just going to start with the very easy mode here. Now, I actually had a specific place that I would go to as well, which I can't remember. Oh, look at Riverdog getting a brand new sub badge. That is 48 months of sub love, everybody. That is 4 years locked in. Getting that epic sub badge, that 4-year sub badge with the sparkle dog right there. Very nice, rocking them fashionable glasses. Congrats to Riverdog. I appreciate you, big man. Appreciate you coming in, showing so much love to the stream. Make sure to show them lots of love in the chat, everybody. These are the people that keep this stream going, all right? Now, again, I appreciate everybody comes in, no matter what game I am playing. That's the kind of stream I want to set up. You're just going to have a good time. You're going to learn a bit about the games. And, of course, you know, things are going to go totally off the rails. Do you know that one of my biggest clips, everybody, is me getting one of my little cars stuck in this game? That one went viral. It was like 10, 20,000 people who watched that of me just going, uh-oh, it's stuck in there. How did I get it stuck in there? I don't even know how it got in there. It got stuck in the little thing. I don't even remember how it got stuck, but there we go. So you have different things that you can do. Now, one of the things that when I play a game, and you guys probably know this if you watched my stream long enough, is that I will play a game to learn the mechanics. And then I will come around and I'll learn how to crush that game. Like, what are the order in which I need to do stuff to absolutely destroy this game, to make it where I can win it in every scenario on the hardest mode, no matter what, each and every time, right? Those are the type of things that I like to do. And I like to play hard modes, as long as they're not permadeath. I'm not a permadeath kind of person, but I do like to play hard modes that challenge me to learn the deep mechanics of a game. And I have actually won this game many, many times. Very, very fun. But I don't remember what the order was or what it was I was doing originally. But I will show proof in my other playthrough. We'll probably do that tomorrow. After we get in the game, we get a bit of gist of it and all of that stuff. So here's our thing right here. So our mission sponsor over here, is basically is going to grant funding. They're going to give us 30 million to get started. Or is it 30 billion? I think it's 30 billion. Because that's 30,000 million, right? So that'd just be 30 million. Or 30 billion. I don't know. Something like that. So you start out with 5 rockets. You have 200 applicants at the very beginning. You can research. You have certain researches per soul that you're trying to boost, right? So you boost your research. Of course, you're unlocking your various things that help you a lot. Rare materials price is 25 million. And increased rocket payload, 70,000. The Zeus rockets, the advanced Stirling generator, which generates power and can protect from cold waves. Colonists never get Earth sick. And food supplies from passenger rockets increased by 10 times. Rockets synthesize fuel, which is awesome. And then start with self-sufficient drone prefab. So we already start with a prefab, bam, ready to go. Now, I can also choose what kind of thing, by the way. I can go in here and choose different options, right? The U.S., the Blue Sun Corporation, China, India, Europe, Space Y, which I think is a copy of Space X. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Brazil, Terraforming Initiative, Church of the New Ark, Russia, Paradox Interactive, which are the awesome people who make this game, who publish the game, actually, and Japan, and of course, you can just choose random, and it will just randomly choose it, and you have to live with whatever the choice is. Now, one of the funny things is this game is actually inspired by Elon Musk and his desire to, of course, colonize Mars, as they have said previously. So you can see up there that the difficulty challenge adjusts itself based on which one we go over, right? So we're going to start with just an easy one, just get a gist of the game with the easy mode. And then over here on the commander's profile, one of the things that you can do is you can be a geoengineer, a transport tycoon. It's already got my name in there, right? Because I'm the gaming tycoon. Tracks construction costs half. Bonus prefabs, 2 stations, small, large stations, unlocks the large stations, city major. And I'm trying to remember which one I typically choose. And it must be rocket science because I must have done that one before. Both CO2 proposed. Now I got to remember shuttle hub and long-range transport. Archaeologist, rare metal revealed, deep scanning allows the scanning of sectors, deep deposits. Yeah, see, I had this down to where I would pick a certain one and I would do it in certain locations. And this absolutely crushed it. So I don't know, I can't remember. Comfort, minimum comfort required for birth lowered by 15. STEM reduction, colonist lifespan is increased. Oh, cool. Hydrogen engineer start with water deposit revealed. Domes consume 25% less water. Now, I remember that one of the things that was hard in this game was your technology that you had to build. To become self-sufficient, you have to have a certain amount of people, and those certain amount of people have to have a certain type of skills, and those skills, of course, lead to you becoming eventually self-sufficient to the point in which you don't really need Earth to help you out anymore. Fuel production increased by 25%. Archaeology unlocks residential spire. Inventor drones are gradually optimized to work and construct faster until Sol 100. Autonomous hubs. Drone hubs no longer require power and maintenance. I think that was the one. I think the maintenance one. Buildings require upkeep less often. I wonder if I go back to a previous playthrough and see. Oh, if I went to a previous playthrough, if I can see what my settings was. Yes, inventor. See? There it is. Ooh, a little foreshadowing there as well. Yes, inventor is what it was. I thought so. Wow. And again, I haven't played it. When was that last game? The last time I played it was let's see. 12/31 of 2019. Is that right? Was it 2 years ago? Holy mackerel. That's, wow. 2019, 2020. All right, and then 2021. I think, yeah, that was 2 years ago. Wow. Holy mackerel. Wow, it doesn't feel that long, but it feels like 6 months or a year ago. Now, when you get to my age, everybody, it could have been a week ago, could have been a year ago, could have been 10 years ago, for all I know. It's hard for me to even remember people's names, let alone how long ago something was. So yeah, actually 2 years ago was the last time I played this game, and I've been itching to play it some more, so here we go. And I don't answer to anybody, so I can play whatever I want. All right, so let's create a new game. Again, get back in here. I love a lot of the mechanics of this game. They really thought it through. So yeah, Inventor is what I want. And the reason why I want Inventor is because of these anonymous hubs. Because the anonymous hubs don't require power or maintenance, so they continuously run. And then, of course, your drones are out doing a lot of your stuff, which you'll see. So Inventor is what we're going to choose. Let's choose a cool logo. Mars Express, Voyager. I don't know. Do we got it? Oh, Don't Panic. Of course, Douglas Adams. There. I like that one. Blue Sun Corporation, International Mars Mission, Spacey, or Space Y. Transformative Initiative. Oh, the Ark. Yeah, Church of the New Ark. I like Don't Panic. Let's go with that one. All right, mystery. Select an active mystery. So basically, the Dredgers, Mars Gates, I'm just going to let that choose whatever it is as well. And then rival colonies is 3. Choose up to 3 rival colonies to compete against. I'm just going to let it go. And game rules. No terraforming, no events, chaos theory, tech fields are fully randomized, prefab colony, easy maintenance, easy research, fast rockets. Rockets travel 10 times faster. Fast scanning. Scanning sectors goes 10 times faster. Increased production. Iron colonists, more applicants. 500 additional applicants. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. This is true. Very true. I love complex products that are actually simple to use. Case in point, your cell phone, right? You don't need to know how this works, everybody, to use it, right? In fact, it's probably one of the biggest jump forwards in that technology ever. Because basically it's a touch interaction versus, you're pressing 1, 1, 1, and then you got C, and then you're like, okay, what's their name? Okay, Christine. Okay, now I got to do the H. 2, or whatever H is. I don't even remember what H is anymore. I just know them by heart. Doing that. And I know you guys have done it. I know some of you have sat there and did that old school way of putting your numbers in your phone before they had the ability to transfer them over. It sucked. I tell you, I had to do everybody's phones. It sucked. I can't remember what I did yesterday. That's how old I am. Exactly, I am dead. If you ask me, other than getting my hair cut and picking my wife up from work, what else I did today, I did a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't remember what it all is. In fact, I have it written down because always got a to-do list. I write my to-do list the day before, and then when I get up, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I do in sequence. And I try to always put the toughest things first because otherwise you don't want to do them later in the day. And then also I try to optimize the order in which I do them, right? If I'm going to get up and do a bunch of work here on the stream before I stream, what I'll do is I'll start getting towels going first, right? So the towels will be running for an hour. Then I'll start copying videos before I go downstairs and I put the towels in, right? So now my computer's copying, it's uploading to YouTube, I'm running some towels, and then I'm designing some stuff for the stream. I'm that guy, everybody. I'm that guy who tries to optimize as much things going at the same time so that it gets done faster and it's less work for me to do. There you go. All right, so the effects here is all of this. We're going to call this Tycoon HQ. Or how about Tycoon Mars? That's even better. Tycoon Mars. There we go. Rename it. Okay. So, don't panic, everybody. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and go to the next one. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to ask you what to start with. Now, this is one of the things that I really worked on a lot. And again, I'm going to move myself over here a bit. You can see all the different categories here, and I'll just read them off for you. Prefab buildings, RC Commander, Explorer, Transport, Safari, Drone, Metals, Concrete, Food, Polymers, Machine Parts, Electronics, and Orbital Probe. Now, I actually got this down to the optimum, and because I just kept replaying the beginning over and over and over again until I got the optimum starting position so that I could win. So, obviously. And I don't remember what it is at all because we're just going to play through and have some fun and figure out and go from there. But I do remember that electronics was one of the problems in the future because it's hard to get your electronics going before everything starts going off the rails. So that is something we'll need to work on. And if we have to restart multiple times, then we'll do that. But we'll just go ahead and say next, select a colony site. Now, I had a certain site that I would go to because it had low threats, but high resources, and I honestly cannot remember it at all. Is it this one? Oh, yeah, low threats, good amount of metal, not a lot of concrete, but a good amount of water. And again, let's just keep rotating around. Now, also, by the way, you can just click anywhere. I just love that about the game. I actually had the coordinates written down. I don't know if I still have it. That's a couple years ago. I wonder if I have it in my spreadsheet. Hold on. Let me look for it here. I don't even know how to search on this darn Google spreadsheet. This Google spreadsheet is marginal at best, everybody. It's really annoying because it doesn't follow the parameters of Excel and numbers that's on Mac. It's really obnoxious, actually. I don't even know how to search for it. Bet you up in the menu here. All right, let's try the menu. File menu. Search the menus. Now I want to search my sheet. Got it. Things popping up asking if I got it or not. Find and replace. Oh, that's a good try. Surviving Mars. Nope. Yeah, it doesn't look like I put it in this spreadsheet. But that doesn't mean I don't have it somewhere else. All right, let me look over here too. Just dawned on me. I probably have that somewhere. Well, I have a whole list of all the things I want to do. Oh, wow, I left myself a bunch of notes. Huh. Man, I'm like 3D and time traveling myself here. I left myself a bunch of notes on tips about surviving Mars. I was probably going to create a video about it. I see that. Let's see. Did I write down? Anything about it? Oh man, I wrote a whole bunch of stuff down. Holy moly. All right. But I don't remember what the optimal start is. What was the optimal start? Yeah, that I wrote that down in October of 2020. I'm gonna hit spacebar. I'm gonna bring that up in my notes over there. But I don't think I wrote it down in there. I must have wrote it down somewhere because oh no, I did right there. There it is. 9N179E. How do I actually type it in? Let's see. 9N, 9 north. North, this way. 9 north. Wow, I can't remember. It's wild that I wrote myself notes from 2 years ago. That's wild. And this is something. This is why I wanted to revisit the series. And it's east, 179 east. This is west. So this would be east. Now again, there's specific spots that you want to get to because they are optimized for what you want to do. 9 north, 179 east. Man, we got to go a long ways. Oh, right here. 9 north. Oh, I kind of remember this now. 9 north. 9 north, 179 east. Right there. Ah, see? Hold on. Let me move myself out of the way. I must have searched for this forever, too. If you look, well, you can't quite see it because the bar's there. But if you look over on that side, you see that I have very low amount of threats. They're at minimum threat level. But all the other resources that are on the other side over here are maxed out. So maxed out amount of metals, concrete, and almost maxed out water. And that's what I was looking for to have the ultimate start. So let's go. Start. Let's get into it. So yeah, that's wild. That's wild. See, I do that a lot, everybody. I write a lot of notes and things like that when I'm playing a game, so I kind of remember what the insights of that game is. And then I may or may not make a guide from it. I usually don't have enough time, but I do like to write it down in the moment. So very fun. All right, everyone in mission control is impatient to see the rocket touching down, unlike its progress cargo. All right, let's go. Okay, so the first thing you want to do in this game is pause the game, like most games like this, right? You want to pause the game, and what it does is it kind of randomizes a bit of your researching as to which research you get and which one you don't as well. And you can see we got some real deep research trees that we're going to get into. The research trees are terraforming, biotech, engineer, robotics, physics, social, and breakthroughs. Now, here's the cool thing. We've already got an automatic breakthrough because we got our autonomous hubs, which no longer require power or maintenance. So right in the very beginning, we can go ahead and expand our area. Now, our goal is, of course, to collect resources and, of course, to have people come to Mars and utilize their skills to build a city. So that's the first thing you want to work on. Now, right now, biotech, moisture, vapor upgrade, hyperscopic coating, water production increased by 50%. So that's pretty awesome. So I can go ahead and choose that. Let's say that's number 1. New resource seeds, use plant vegetation on Mars, can be brought from Earth to grow farms in Harmon thing. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to need that. Rocket State, less shuttles. Generate 100 per soul for each RC Explorer vehicle. Multiple vehicles result in collaboration losses. Over here, we've got probes are cheaper and can deep scan. Social receive a one-time grant of 1 million or 1 billion in funding, right? And I think that's a repeatable one, right? Is that a repeatable one? There's one of these that's repeatable for cash, and eventually you get these all unlocked, and then you just do it in the cash one. Every single time. Now, one of the smart things to do in this game, as you can see, it's in a queue over here. And as I queue up a bunch of stuff, I won't have to keep coming back in here every time. I can queue up to 7 of them at the same time. Now, I used to have this order down, but I think we're going to go with water production first. Then we're going to go with robotics. Then we're going to go with deep scanning. And then rockets. And then fuel. Let's go ahead and go with that. Oh, you can actually only do 5. So you can do 5 down here, but it says completed up there 1 of 7. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, we can also outsource it, so we can spend a bunch of money to get a bunch of research and speed it up a little bit more. But we're just going to let it do its thing. Now, we have to find where we want to land. Now, I don't remember where my best landing spot is. Right now, we've got one right here. These symbols represent different things. This is concrete, and these are things that you want to discover along the way. And so what you can do is you can use your little orbital probes to scan the area. Now, of course, if I already knew where the stuff was, it would make it way easier. One of the things, of course, we're going to be looking for is water. So let me scan right there. And then I'll go ahead and scan over there. See what's nearby. I find the ones that are open are usually the best ones. There we go. There's some rare metals and some research, but I don't see any water there. Let's give it another one here. A bunch of stuff, but still no water. So we definitely need to go around and explore. But I feel like since we're close to concrete here, now another thing that you want to do is think about where you're going to build your settlement, right? Where you're going to build that out. And again, I don't even start the game. I just pause it and try to figure out a general idea of where that's going to be. Now, there's certain bonuses when you put your dome over that. Wow, I haven't done this in a while. Wow, it has been a couple years. And so we'll go in and we'll try to find our dome. There we go. Self-sufficient dome contains a small dome suitable for early days of the colony, together with water, oxygen producing facilities, and storages. And so we've got kind of a prefab dome, so we can kind of get started in there. And what we want to do is we want to go ahead and incorporate some of the stuff like mines and things like that in there. Now, I don't see anything in here that has to do with mines. Let's right-click that. What's this? This is rare underground, rare materials. This is rare materials, rare as well. So yeah, these are the rare materials I'm looking for. And these are low materials there. Very low, very low, very low. Okay. Well, just for the sake of getting going in the game again, we're just going to try it wherever. Terraforming hint. To terraform Mars and create an Earth-like environment college, you have to gradually increase the global terraforming parameter, atmosphere, temperature, water, and vegetation. That's why I said that, Planet Crafter is very much like Surviving Mars. It has the same kind of things to do. Very much like a RTS game as well. Once completed, humans can start breathing outside the dome. Start by researching a terraforming technology when ready. Further terraforming is also available in the encyclopedia. All right, exploration. Select a section to scan. I've already done that. GG. And we've done a research milestone breakthrough at Sol 1. So what we want to do is we want to actually capture these resources here. Now, to do that, we have to think about where we're going to land our vehicle. Now, there's going to be certain things that are blocking me here. I don't know if you can see them. I'll zoom way in. These objects right here are actual metal that we need to collect. Now, if you notice the outer perimeter is telling me, hey, this is as far as my drones can go, right? My drones can go in that outer area, this area here. That's how far they can go away from the ship and collect those materials that I might need later on, right? So if I center it just right, or I get it going just right, it'd be great. Now, another problem, again, when we go to build the dome, I'm going to right-click that. When we go to build the dome here, is that we want to be able to, of course, sit on top of this stuff and eventually go out and get these resources. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of do something like this, where I've got the concrete and these two other things right there. And it says I'm too far from the drone commander. That's because when I put my ship down, the ship is going to become the drone commander, right? So I want to have a bit of an overlap of where my ship is coming down, where all of this stuff can kind of interact. Now, by the way, it can be right on the edge like that and be just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and put my ship down. At least I think I am. I think I already did. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to have our ship come down. All right, we're landing on Mars, everybody. Again, this game's really cool. Highly recommend it. You can check it out on Steam. It's got a bunch of updates, a bunch of DLC for it as well. And there we go. We got ourselves 2 vehicles, 3 vehicles, and then a whole bunch of drones. Pause again. All right, scan a sector, explore sector to scan, right? Now, also what I wanted to do is slowly over time, what it's going to do is it's going to scan certain areas, and as I click, it will actually scan those areas. Now, I suggest not to scan these areas because those are not out in the open. You want to scan areas that are just literally out in the open. I would highly suggest, you can also right-click, take these back out again. I would scan the ones obviously close to where you're landed, right? So you can go ahead and get to those resources pretty quickly. So we're going to go ahead and tell it to scan there. So it's going to scan this one first, then it's going to go to this one, then that one, then this one, and then this one, and that one there. And then let's say that one. And this one, and that one, and there we go. And you can scan up to 9 at a time. So this is just going to keep scanning. So it's like queuing up the scanning, just like you're queuing up your research. You want to backlog that stuff. So that stuff's working while you're trying to figure out the mechanics of everything else. Now, another thing we're going to need is we're going to need the ability to store a lot of stuff. If we go look at our actual ship here, our ship has a bunch of stuff on it, right? It has metals, concrete, food, polymers, electronics, and machine parts. Now, one of the very first things that I build in the game is the ability to store stuff, right? So we have a universal depot, and then also we have a depot for very specific materials. So what I want to do is I want them to actually make a universal depot right here so they can take all these materials and put those in the depot itself. Now, our vehicles here are an Explorer, a Commander, which actually has a bunch of drones in it and will actually help you with your drone work. So I want the Commander to be kind of, more over this way as well. And then this one here is another transport. So we got Explorer, which is going to go explore stuff, Transport, which is going to transport stuff, and a Commander, which is going to help build stuff and collect stuff. Utilizing its drones that it has itself. It has 4 drones on the ship, on the vehicle, and then the ship itself has 6 drones, right, to get started. So the first thing you want to do here is you want to get this within a distance where it can kind of help out. What you can do also on this is I think there is a kind of like deploy mode that it needs to do. I think, yeah, you just go kind of in the center and then it deploys the drones and does its stuff as well. And you want to kind of backlog your materials as well. So exploration going, anomalies found right here. Now, your Explorer here is the one that you want to go ahead and have it, scan these different anomalies. The yellow ones are the anomalies. So you can just tell it to go right there, right-click on it, and then it's going to go do that. And then this one here, of course, is the transport. Now, the transport, I want to go ahead and gather this resources as quick as possible. Again, this is all about time, too. Being able to collect enough resources and then, of course, try to bring your people onto the planet. So, there they go, right to work. Now, I like to speed up the game at this stage a bit because, they're going to be doing a bunch of stuff at the same time. And then this guy's going to go out here and he's going to start scanning that. There we go. And then this guy right here, there's something that's like deploy drones, and I can't remember what it is. It's up here. Recall drones. Pack drone for reassignment. Unpack drone. Unpack an existing drone prefab. Build a thing. Give command to move or repair drones. Recall all drones. I think it's this one. Oh, see, these ones are over here. They're already working. They're already over there working. Oh, did not mean to do that. Good enough. What's happening is these drones that go to this, when I click on it, you can see the thing above it is saying that those drones go to that. Now, look how they're already putting those resources on that for us to use elsewhere. Now, after they're done there, after they've kind of cleaned out the ship here, which they have done, they're now going to start collecting this metal. Now, also what's going to happen is your vehicle here is going to start collecting the metal as well, and that's going to start loading it up over there. Now, one of the things that we do have to build, and we're going to pause, is we do have some drone hubs already prefabbed. Now, you can see the drone hubs are huge. They have a massive, massive area. But what I like to do is I like to go ahead and get my dome in first. So I have just a basically general idea of where I'm going to put my dome. Now, one of the problems with my dome right now is it's kind of blocked by these other resources. And there's no connection to the water or anything like that. I'm definitely going to need water. Typically, I put my drone down right next to the water because that's something you'll need early game, and then you can pipe that water to other domes as well. But what we're going to do is just go ahead and put that down right there, and we can actually just tell it which priority it is to do this thing. or we can tell it to just not do it at all. Now, again, the reason why I do that is so that it is now kind of blocked out, and I know exactly where that is going to end up. Now, again, we have our ship size, right? We have our actual drone area. And then, of course, we want to also get some area over here. We've got some research and some other resources that we've got there, but we really don't know where to put that other stuff down yet and where to put that drone. But we're going to go ahead and try to grab some of these other resources out here just to get started. And again, we'll go in here and we will grab our... Basically, it's just like a robot drone area. Yeah, where was it? I just saw it and I've already forgotten. Infrastructure. There it is. Infrastructure drones. Okay. So now what we want to do is kind of get an idea of where we want this to be. And you're going to see that it says, hey, no cable connection, no none of that, and it's too far from the drone center. So we're going to go ahead and overlap it kind of how far as we can here. There we go. Now, the problem is that this needs to be built. So you want to build it on the outside edge of this, so these drones over here can reach this, and they're going to need a certain amount of research to get that going. So we're going to get that going. Now, another thing that we want our peeps to do is we want to also boost our ability to scan the area. So we want to get those in there as well, which are the sensor towers. Now, each of these things cost resources. Like, you can see it costs electronics. I don't know if you can see it. Electronics and metal, and it requires 2 power to do these as well. So we're going to need to also put some power in. Now, I suggest if you are going to put these in that you kind of get the edge of it, so it's kind of covering a whole bunch of them at the same time. So say right about here on the edge of that is going to give us a boost to all the ones around it. So we're going to start with that. We're going to go ahead and go to sensor tower, and we're going to put it, let's say, right there. Good enough. Okay, so again, these are all going to start building all of this stuff over time. Now, other things that we're going to need, of course, we're going to need to collect more concrete because we're going to run out of concrete here. We've got none going right now. So we need to get over here and we need to do some concrete as well. So I like to get a little bit of all of this stuff going at the same time and let it kind of figure out its own priority level. These are metal extractors, concrete extractor. All right, so concrete extractor, what I'm going to do is I can rotate this around. How do we rotate this? R and T. Rotate this around so it meets in here. Now, over on the right side, you can't, I don't know if you can see it there, but it's telling me how much of that resource that I'm going to get by getting that concrete. And again, I like to keep my stuff fairly close to the center where we can go ahead and just grab it. And again, it just says 1579. It's not really changing. And really it has low-grade concrete, but it is close to what we're doing, so we'll go ahead and put that down. Now, this also is going to need power for this particular thing. I forget how much power it is. I have to look at it again. It's going to take 5 power. So again, we need to think about our power. Wind turbine is going to produce 5. It also costs maintenance. And one of the things that I like to do is just literally put it right up against the item. So it is fairly easily connected. Same thing over here. We can go ahead and say, okay, how much is this going to take? It doesn't say it on there. We have to go look. It takes 2 power. Okay, so 2 power. And now you have to connect all this power together normally, but I just go ahead and do wind turbines and put it literally right next to the object. And then we go ahead and start it up. And then all the little drones are going to go do their stuff as well. Now, I can prioritize them working on this.
Milestone achieved.
Oh, there we go. Milestone achieved. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want your guy just sitting around doing nothing. So we'll go ahead and have him do another anomaly there as well. Now, this guy over here, he's running this stuff out to start to build these outer items. And you'll see your drones kind of do it automatically. I can try to interfere with what they're doing. But what they're doing right now is basically just kind of filling out a lot of these things that we're going to need later, right? This right here is oxygen tanks. This over here is a moisture evaporator, which is actually going to grab water out of the air. I also have another one that I got as part of the starting thing here. Infrastructure. Where did it go? Oh, boy. You can tell I haven't played in a while. That's not it. There it is. All right, so I got a moisture evaporator right here as well. Now you can see how the pipes are here. Oriented. Again, you can rotate this so the pipes actually just are ready. Put this here like that, and then we'll have this will automatically connect, and this will connect into there. Opening the build menu. Commander, did you know that you can build the open the build menu with B? There's a quicker, more efficient way than using the HUD button. All right, thank you very much for that. All right, and then there we go. So they're going to build all this stuff out. Now I've told them to stop on the dome though, because
this tells us that we've found iridium-rich sulfides. That's a real rarity on Earth.
Okay, reduces the cost of techs by 10%, of physics techs by 10%. Awesome. So again, they have their own idea of what to prioritize and what not to prioritize. And now see, we're waiting on power. Now these things right here, these require concrete. Now to get concrete going on, I can't actually use the solar yet,
Research
right?
complete.
Oh, and we got that done. So I can't use the wind turbines yet. I have to use the solar. That's what I'm trying to say. So what we want to do is just start with a basic solar panel over here to get this basically going. Now again, this solar panel is going to produce so much power over here. It's going to produce 2 power, and to power this, it's going to do 5 power. So we're definitely going to need several of these. So we'll go ahead and do several of these right here. Now these, you can actually tell it to, never mind, I don't want to do those, and you can just go ahead and cancel it before it gets too far and burns up your resources. Because what you really need, again, you're going to need solar power to make this stuff work. So again, we'll do that. And then again, now they're going to go and they're going to make that. Because they couldn't make the other thing, right? They couldn't make the solar or the wind power yet. And you're going to have that problem in the very beginning. And again, what this does is this actually boosts your scanning speed. So you definitely want to put these all over the place and get that going on. Now another thing over here for your drone hub, you can see that it has 4 of its own drones when you put it down. So they're also helping to grab a bunch of stuff. And I put it in such a way that it grabs all the resources out here and then also is in the range of the depot here, right? So they can still put stuff in that depot. Now metals is just maxed out. So I'll definitely want to put down another universal depot right there, and then see now all the other resources that we didn't have space for are now getting moved to that depot. There we go. Very nice. Now our concrete is starting to go. Very nice over here. And that's going to start bringing us in some concrete. We need 5 power, and we are producing 6 power. So that's more than enough. Again, notice I didn't have to run any lines or anything like that. This is going to need a lot of power as well. Over here, this is 2 power. This is just a tank, storage tank, oxygen tank, water tower. And again, this is another moisture evaporator. There, this is 2. So 2 power there. 2. This is 5. This is 10. Probably 15. 15 and then 17 power, plus the power of the actual grid itself. So again, what you want to do is basically just get started in those areas. And see here, we've got our sensor towers doing their thing. Now, one of the things that I like to do, building's not working. Which ones? Yeah, those are not doing anything because it's purposely. Rumor, Paradox Interactive has nearly completed a milestone. Oh, they have they? Well, aren't they lucky? And again, you have a whole bunch of stuff here at the top that tells you how your water's doing, your food, all of that stuff, the amount of people that you have, amount of drones, all of that stuff really gives you a great, I love the HUD in this game. Very easy. You can just kind of glance and see how you're doing on all of your resources. So again, we're just learning a bit of the basics of the game. Obviously, I'm not playing hardcore right now, but we're just learning a bit of the basics to get started. Now, one of the things I need to do once I get my concrete firing off there, and I do get my kind of upgraded scanner here going. And again, when I click on this, what it does is it goes ahead and helps the scanning in that area. So if I look at it now, the scanning in that area is going to be boosted by that little scanner. So that does help in that particular area. And again, you definitely want to get as many of those little sensor towers in there. Very, very good. It boosts the scanning speed of the nearby sectors. So, and that's what we want to see. We want to see what resources are where, so we can kind of base our different domes around that area to collect those resources and then to use them between the different bases. Now, I didn't see the thing for as a trade pad, landing pad. I didn't see the stuff for trains, but that doesn't mean it's not in there. Let's just go ahead and look across here and see where would our trains be. That's a good question. Trains. Dome spires, water reclamation, gardens, statues, surface, forestation, and capital city. All right, that's the later stuff. I don't know where our trains are, but they're around somewhere. Now, this right here also needs to refuel itself, so eventually we'll need to put in fuel and all of that. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get people down onto the planet as quick as possible. And to do that, we're going to need to turn this construction back on again because the dome's going to need to be ready when this starts to go, right? Now, again, we're also going to need a good amount of power. So what we want to do is just kind of think of an area where we want to do our power, and we're going to just start off going for it by putting down, again...
Sector scanned.
Oh,
milestone achieved.
Oh, and there we go. Since we have so much resources nearby, they were able to just come over here and get that resource going very quickly. In fact, probably a good idea on this one is to not do the solar panel there, but to do the solar panel on this side, which is closest to the thing. Now, again, you don't have to have it right next to your dome there. You can just create yourself a little bit of a grid out here. And again, eventually we want to get these larger ones, but we're just going to start with our smaller ones for now. And again, you'll end up making a lot of these, by the way. Yeah, for sure. And this uses half right here, but produces 2, and this uses more. Did we already research our moisture evaporator upgrade? So we're all going to get 50% more water production. More applicants will start to appear at Earth. And we'll get into all of that later on. Allows clearing of salvage of destroyed buildings. Yes, we definitely want to get that going. And we have all these other ones going for food. Rocket shuttles use less fuel. Generate 100 for each RC Explorer vehicle. And then probes are cheaper. And then as we go, it unlocks new stuff. Water reclamation in the center of our thing. We want this one where we can destroy buildings for when I screw up. And we'll go ahead and do that. Now, again, they're randomized. So a lot of times you don't get the thing that you got in your last playthrough up front like that. All right. Can we put these down? Oh, yeah, we can. Okay. Can't put those down, but they take a lot more metal. So let's go ahead and do those. Take those out. They also require more maintenance, too. What else we got? Large wind turbine. Look at that. Nice. Very nice. All right, so let's start with these. It's going to cost 3 metal. It's going to produce 5 power. So each one of these are 5. I remember doing this. Yeah, you had to put them in such a way that you could run a power line down the center. I remember that now. So what you wanted to do was rotate these kind of like this. Yeah, now I'm remembering. So you could basically run a line down the center and then connect it to your primary thing there. So there's 15 that's going to cover those moisture evaporators there. And then let's get another one in here. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and try to create a little central power grid here. Now, remember, your drones have to come out and get the dust off of these things and do a lot of that stuff in there. Now, I got to try to remember, how the heck do I do power cables? There it is, power cables right here. So we're going to run power cables along here. I kind of remember this part. We're going to run it there, and then we're going to run it. Well, we should probably just run this straight, and then run it straight into there. All right, there we go. This way we could expand. We can put them on the other side, and they'll all be part of the same thing. Let's let our drones go to work here. And you'll see them start to work on the power lines. There we go. They'll get all going. And let's see. Building's not working. Sector F2 scanned. Oh, yeah. Lots of stuff there. Oh, we got to get our vehicle doing its job over here. I think it already is. Yes, there we go. It already is. It's already filled with metal. Yep. And then we want to go ahead and have it unload resource onto there, I think. Or no, we're going to definitely need... Man, we got lots of resources. Let's go ahead and make some more universal depots. Like this. Now, I always start with universal depots, and later I'll put it to very specifics. But let's have it unload that resource over there so we can go ahead and grab more. Now, if the resource is nearby, it typically will just automatically go and get those resources. But if it's something really far away, then it won't. No life support. Yes, I'm working on that. Milestone, construct a dome. Got that done. Mandatory upgrades. Let's see. Mandatory upgrades. The Mission HQ on Earth has declared the effectiveness of a research extraction as main priority. The extractor amplification project has received a massive funding increase, and a lot of scientific focus has been shifted toward it. The top brass wants you to begin installing new upgrades as soon as possible. The tech extractor amplification has been revealed, and it costs 50% less. So request materials, gain a supply pod with 10 drones and 6 polymers, nice, or request specific ramps, reveals the rest of the application text, and they cost 20% less. So I can get some materials right now, or I can go ahead and get rid of get the rest of the amplification text, and they cost less over time. So I'm going to go with that one as well. And so we'll go ahead and get that going. Yeah, see, and then extractors upgrade increases production by 25%. So we'll get to that one eventually. You want to work the lower ones because they take less time, because you're going to have less research as well. Now it's also going to say, hey, your dome doesn't have any support. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and turn the dome off, so it is not telling me that while we're working on our power here. And then we'll get all of that going. Power now up and running. Dome is now on. We can go ahead and see that our moisture evaporators are producing 0.6 water, so 1.2 water there. Over here, we have an oxygen tank, which we are kind of backlogging some oxygen in there. Hear that sound? That's the sound of your base going offline. Not good. Not good. But we're also backlogging some water. So I like to backlog a bunch of stuff before things happen. Now, another thing that we're going to need, because we want to obviously have it keep going at nighttime, is some batteries. So we want to go ahead and add those as well. Now, the problem with batteries is that the batteries use a bunch of your polymers and stuff. So that can burn up your initial polymers pretty quickly. Hold on. Wrong thing. Get out of there. There we go. Batteries right over here. So batteries over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and rotate was what I was trying to do. And let's just put these... let's just put them right here along this kind of power line. I think they don't need to be either way. So we'll put them there. And we'll make another one. I think you can hold down shift and do multiple of these at the same time. I seem to remember that. Yeah, there we go. Now we want to leave room to put a bunch of these in here. So we're going to need to kind of leave to here. So we can go ahead and put those along the line. So we want more solar. And then we're going to go ahead and put in a bunch of power. Drone's got a heavy load over here. Oh, heavy load over there. Now, again, eventually what we can do also is order more resupply. so we can actually have it send cargo rockets or passenger rockets or whatever. So we're going to say cargo rocket. Now this costs you cash, so it's going to come out of your total cash. The thing I like to do first, drones. I like to get as many drones as I possibly can, 20 drones, and then launch that rocket, bam, and that's going to go ahead and bring another rocket in, which of course is going to give me more drones. So let's go ahead and launch that rocket. Now it's going to take a certain amount of time for that rocket to reach where I am at. You can see it down here at the bottom. It's 2% traveling between Earth and Mars. And so it's going to bring a bunch of drones that are going to help me out a lot. All right. And there we go. So, again, wind turbines, what I need is I need to get those going eventually. What is that stuff called? That is called machine parts. Machine parts is what I need for that. Turbines. So let's go ahead and also, along this same line, that's right, you can switch, you can switch by certain command keys, you can switch into certain stuff, which I forget which command keys go to what. But we're going to go wind turbines here, and we're going to rotate them, basically to match up to the other side. And then what that's going to do is also give us some power during the nighttime as well. And we're going to start backlogging a bunch of our batteries here. We're going to turn this off so it's not using the power. And then basically we're going to try to make more power than we're using. And again, that's a pretty high maintenance at the very beginning. And then I remember this part where you can just kind of do this and hold down shift and then rotate and then rotate. There we go. So now we have a bunch of wind and we have a bunch of solar. Now our biggest problem is going to be resources. You can see that our resources are getting pretty low. Plenty of metal, but not enough of all this other stuff, right? And there we go. We've also got some wind power. Now what we want to see is we want to see this, all of these starting to go up. And we can look at that in our overall power here. And I forget how to get to the power thing. Low resource. Storage expected to last less than 3 sols. There's something that shows you all of your power somewhere. I remember, I think it's up here. Right here. All right, so power production 39, power demand is 24, stored power is 67.9. So you just really want to go to town. Now, one of the cool things about power is the fact that it only takes up metal, and you can see I've got stacks and stacks and stacks of metal there. So that's what's pretty good about your solar power. Now, about your wind power, not so much. Now, your wind power actually uses your parts that you only have a limited supply of. I've only got 8 of them left, and they're going to be used up on these. So I really want to do a lot of solar in the very beginning. I very rarely, by the way, do the smaller ones. I just go straight for the bigger ones. I remember that part. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a back-to-back on these, like this. Oops. Have to hold down shift. Like this. And then rotate. And then on here, rotate, and like that. And the reason why I'm going to do that is so that I can go ahead and put in my lines. What's the key for this? C is the key thing for that, for cables. So we're going to do this to here, and then kind of run this across to here, all the way over here. And then up to here, and then down to there. So now we've created kind of a circular setup of our power. And we'll get out of there, and again, we'll just keep that rocking. Now, another thing we need to do, and I forget what my like optimum setup is in here, but we also need to build out a bunch of buildings in the actual dome
Research
itself.
complete.
All right, we researched Explorer AI. So what we want to do is, I think, start with some basic living quarters. And we'll put those over there. Build menu. Domes. These are the different types of domes. These are kind of the external stuff for storing water and food. These are mining. Those are for power systems. There it is. This is the one I'm looking for. These have a whole bunch of different things. I always remember that I put the grocer on the inside edge there for everybody to get to. And each of these things produce different stuff. They produce comfort. They produce food. All of that kind of stuff goes on with these particular buildings. Now, you need an infirmary, of course, in case peeps get hurt. I don't think it really matters which way they go, but I just kind of put it in here, say like that. And again, man, trying to remember how this goes. I'm going to say security station there. Been a long time. Nope. Okay, we need a nursery for when we get the babies. The little Martian babies. Put that there. These are the bigger living complex. These are the smaller ones. Again, we're also extracting stuff. We don't really need a school right now. Research lab would be good to get us going. Man, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Research lab. Rotate. There we go. Again, I had this optimized exactly which ones I wanted to put down when. But you really just want to put down the stuff that'll get you started. I think diner was another one. This one's a nursery. Living quarters. I forget how many living quarters you need. Let's take a look. Living quarters has space for 4. So let's go ahead and just put a bunch of living quarters in. Well, that'll be 8. I think I'm going to take 10 people in the very beginning. Something like that. I remember I used to fill the whole thing up right at the very beginning. But I don't remember what it all was. Again, that was years ago. All right. All fountains. Yeah, I think, oh, amphitheater. Oh, that's cool. I don't remember that one. All right. Let's just start with the basics. Start with the basics. Now, again, you also need to pick your people that you're going to bring here onto your planet as well. And there we go. Those are starting to get going. Now, again, what I'm looking for is for this thing to go way up and to backlog that
Sector
overall power.
scanned.
Oh, more loot there, too. All right, how's our little truck doing? It's just chilling. Gather resource. You actually have to manually keep that stuff going. Same thing with this over here. I'm neglecting. Actually, you can click down here, by the way, for your Explorer. There he is. Grab your Explorer and bring him to wherever the yellow things are. Right here, right click. Get him to go do his thing. Okay, and this guy right here, this is my transport vehicle. Let's get him out here collecting the stuff that's further away. Let's find our RC commander. There he is. And kind of extend him out a little bit. Out into here. Which is basically going to... Oh, no, don't tell me I got that guy stuck. No, okay, good. Let's get him over here so he can help out collecting that metal. We'll get all the drones together and they'll do it. Failed milestone. Low resources, building's not working. Yes, I know. All right, there we go. Now we're getting our power up. It's nighttime. Everything seems to be going. We're going to turn this on here. It's going to take 15 power. And we're going to watch how our power does during the nighttime to see how much power we end up with at the end. Again, I've only got so many drones, so I definitely need to bring some more drones in. And it just conveniently happens that I have a rocket ship here that has a bunch of drones coming down. Bam. And you need drones for maintenance. You need drones for doing a whole bunch of stuff in the game as well. Kind of getting all of your stuff going in there. And I used to have it down, but again, that was several years ago. We want to get into it. All right. Now, the cool thing is the second they hit the ground, they're going to go to work. They're going to go right to it. See them go? They're going to go right to collecting those resources. Again, since I put that there, it can now reach these resources. These guys going to go out here and grab these resources. Now, the cool thing about your vehicle here is it's not bound by that, so you can actually send them over here to grab those resources while these guys are grabbing the close ones. And my other guy here, my research guy, has done that anomaly. Let's see if anything else way over here. This is water. Boost research production when radius of a dome or outside. Yeah, that's for research. More concrete there. Not finding really that much right now. Close by. Still scanning those sectors. I suggest to keep scanning anything that's close by. And now another problem also in here is that these are going to need, again, more concrete. They're going to need potentially other stuff, metals and things of that nature. Now, there's actually a really cool thing. If you see your drones just sitting around and you want to get stuff done a little bit faster or get them kind of Johnny on the spot here, what I'm going to do is go ahead and put a bunch of materials right next to the dome. Now, one of the ways of doing that is to go ahead and put a bunch of these down, and you'll see them start to bring these over like this.
Sector scanned.
Another one scanned. And you'll see them all of a sudden start to go to work. Now, what you can actually do is decommission all of these ones over here so that eventually all of these will get decommissioned and all of this stuff will just be sitting on the ground and your drones will go to work on bringing that closer to where you're actually going to build your stuff. One of the things that I definitely remember myself doing that, getting the resources all together and then deleting it, and then boom, all my drones go to work, bringing it closer to the actual use area. And we'll get that going. Now, how's this one doing on fuel? Now, my rockets auto refuel over time, which is pretty cool as well. Now, we also need to look up here at our resources. What are we missing? Fuel. We've got a little bit of everything else. We don't have any rare materials right now. No food, really? Zero food? I think we'll bring some food when our things come in. Oh, look at this. Now we got our stored power at 200. It's maxed out. And we also have our wind power. But also our sun power is going right now, right? So if we rotate around here. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so now it went down. Now, the second you lose your solar power, what you want to do is click on this and see how much this is discharging, right? It's discharging by minus 0.7%. What you want to know is it going to last all through the night before your solar kicks back in again, right? Is the combination of the wind power and the batteries going to keep your people alive in the dome? Because otherwise they're not going to have any oxygen. They're not going to have any of that stuff in there. But that's why you also have the ability to store oxygen here. You have the ability also to store water in there as well. So we're just going to try to keep all of that combined together. And right now we've got oxygen, we got water, we got all of that. Now we just need these little droney guys to get in here and get going on the concrete. Now, right now, I've got a problem with my concrete because it's not getting any power over there because it's not during the day. Now, what we want to do, of course, is to go ahead and hit C for cable. And we want to go ahead and now run our cable right over here and connect it to this. And then we can go ahead and just take these items out. I just did those so you guys can see it. But we can go ahead and take those out and kind of centralize our power to make it a little easier on a grid. Though you can just make it off grid as well if you want to. But we're going to go ahead and recover that. This one over here, we got off-grid. Now, one of my favorite things is when you get to a point where this one no longer needs power. And then you can go ahead and put a bunch of these all over the place to scan. Now, again, this one over here, again, has this extended ability. This guy is full. He's not returning. Create transport route.
Sector scanned.
Okay, let's say load resource. Where'd this guy go? Right here. Load resource here of metals. And then unload resource back over here. There. I think that's how you do it. God, it's been so long. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. So now he's going to go over here, grab a bunch of resources, and then just keep going back and forth until those resources are gone. Oh, we found some water finally. All right, there's some water over there. Very nice. Right here. How's this water? Low. It's a low amount of water. Now, later on, you can actually get to the deep parts of the planet and find way more resources in those deep parts. And again, we want to extract these rare materials, and we're looking for heavy concentrations of materials that we can use. And so, again, we have a lot of metals and things of that nature going on. And we're going to need some people, too. Now, I don't do my people until I feel like this is going to have enough resources going on here. And right now, this is producing 16 per soul. And this is going to take 10 and 10. So we definitely need more concrete going on. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll build the dome in between the two concretes to get that going. Kind of feel like maybe this one would have been better off being over here to get that. Advanced Martian engines, awesome. So what else can we do? Let's go ahead and, again, require a rocket. We need a cargo rocket. No more drones for right now. We want to go ahead and bring in a prefab building. There we go. A drone hub. We'll definitely take one of those. Now, you can only bring so many things at once. So we're going to go ahead and get a drone hub there to help us a bit of that overlap. Yeah, drone hub. And then go back. And then, man, I used to have this down too. Let's go ahead and just bring more drones. How many other drones we can get? All right, there we go. Launch. Now what I'll do is I'll land that rocket ship over here and put a drone that's going to overlap into this area, right? So we'll have it where the drone can say right about here. It'll overlap in this area. We'll put an overlapping item where it'll grab it from here, put it in the zone of, say, this one right here. Grab it from there, put it here. Then these ones will grab it and then put it in the other one, right? So it's kind of like it's grabbing it from one place and bringing it to another. Oh, and here's our little cars out here doing that. Let's look at our research. Oh, here it is right here. Sensor tower is no longer power or maintenance. So we're going to definitely get that one. In fact, I'm actually going to move that one up to be the next one. Polymer Factory, definitely going to need that. RC Transport harvests resources faster. I would probably go with that one, move that one up just a little bit. Actually, we probably decommission, we can just leave for now. And then eventually come back for that other stuff. All right, so that's working away. And again, you can just click on these little icons or double click on them and they'll take you to that particular item that's going on there. And again, we do not have enough concrete. So let's see if we go ahead and make another concrete extractor, since we have a good amount of power over here. And we're going to try to rotate this around to basically utilize this same area. Say something like that. Get our cable. Run our cable directly over to there. And there we go. And again, if you notice, lots of metal, not so much concrete. So we're going to get that going. Now, these concrete things, they take about 5 power. And again, I'm always trying to build more power than is necessary, because at no point do you ever want this dome to go off, because your peeps are going to have trouble. All right, so yes, a lot of good stuff over here. We definitely want to build one over here by the water. You can interconnect all of your domes eventually. It's really cool when you start connecting all your domes together, either remotely. You can do tunnels back and forth. Definitely want to try the trains eventually. Get that going on for sure. Milestones, command center. Oh, this is graphs, like you know, how you're doing against everybody else, how much resources you have. I'm just trying to remember what the heck I was doing so long ago. And this rocket's on the way. How's this rocket doing? Is this rocket able to take off? No, almost. Now, one of the things that you can do, by the way, if you have your landing pad too close to where your thing is constantly hitting it with dust, which means that it's going to cost you basically more to upkeep it. Same thing with your solar panels and stuff like that. Probably a good idea to not be doing that. Look, we got more metal up here that I could have those drones go and grab. This one's bringing more back. All right, looking good. And again, since I have that ability for the drones not to need power, the drone factories out here, these little drone hubs right here, since they don't need power, I can keep them going on a bunch of stuff. This right here should be going and doing this. And I'm kind of way behind here, but you should have that thing constantly be going. Constantly collecting resources. What do we got here? Metals deposit. Now, over here, you see we got a metal deposits and a bunch of drones just standing around. That's because they have nowhere to put those metal deposits. So if I just make a universal depot right here, boom, off they go. Right? So they're going to go off, and they're going to help out pick that up. So make sure you put down that depot for them to get that going. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting it going. Yeah, a lot of these drones are over here. Wow, look at all that metal sitting right there. All right, we probably want to now get into making a very specific type of depot here. In this case, we're going to do metals. So we can hold all these metals right over here. That'll go to town. Now, see these right here? These are waste rock piles. Eventually, you need to get rid of those. Otherwise, this will stop. It's a dumping site. There we go. So we'll go ahead and put the dumping site. Let's say, again, it's got to be within the area of where it's going to dump it. Yeah, right over there. So we'll go ahead and put our dumping site over there. All right. And then what they'll also do is take all the extra little rocks and they'll put them over there out of the way so your extractors don't stop as well. Anomaly and
There's more to the barren environs of the red planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder, so long as you know where to look.
Okay, the following tests have been revealed in the research screen: the Greenhouse Mars and Low G High Rise. We can go ahead and open it up. So yeah, so now I just basically pushed us forward on some of these so we can see some more text that we can research. But right now my research tech is kind of low. And what we're trying to do right now is get enough concrete to get that going. Now this one right here is ready to land. It's another one filled with these drones and items. So I'm going to have it land over here. Come on. Oh, I gotta make the game go. moment does that actually pop up there? Yeah, right at that moment. Okay, so now what we want to do, again, we want to look at how we have our drone. Notice we've got a drone, one over there and then one over here. And we want to have a good amount of overlap so that we can utilize those drones. Let's say something like that. You actually only have to overlap them by one. But here's what we want to do, right? We want to get this stuff that's over here over to this side over here. And the way we can do that is to put it here, get all of the stuff from over here, put it here, and then immediately get rid of this, which basically puts that on the ground. And then once that's gone, then all of the drones over here are going to realize, hey, wait, there's a bunch of resources over here I can go grab, and then grab those resources and then run those resources where I want it to go. Now, you can also use your vehicle here. Now, I find that your RC transport is much better for doing stuff that's way out here. Right, if you find a bunch of stuff here, you can go ahead and say, hey, I want you to load resources in this area. Or any other nearby, we'll just say that one, metals, and then bring those metals back to the primary base. And there we go, he's on the task. Research, let's see what he's doing a whole lot of nothing right now. So we need to look for some more yellow spots for him to go to. Don't see any right now. Okay, no spots for him to research right now. We'll come back to it. Okay, so here we are here. Again, we put the drone down. We need to get these drones out there to get it. Except for there's a problem, right? It's outside the area in which I can build it from my rocket ship. This is why I built my rocket ship over here. So I'm going to cancel that idea because they haven't started building it yet. And then try to get an idea of where this is.
Scanned.
Where is the edge of this so these drones can come out and help over here. Now, the second you launch your rocket, by the way, it'll go to the drone hub. So we'll say, okay, we want to bring this a little bit closer, overlap the ship and all this other stuff. Let's go with that. Now you're going to see the drones go, oh, okay, let me grab a bunch of resources and run them over there. And then the same thing here. This has a certain amount of resources. Notice that this also overlaps all of these resources here. So these ones over here, we'll be able to grab those and run that over to there. Get that drone hub up. Boom. Now that one's up and running. Now, again, with all of the resources, we can go ahead and say, you know what? Just grab a bunch of resources and put them somewhere over here. Now, you want to make sure it's in range of where this is. So let's say we'll click on this. Yeah, let's put it right here in the corner where it can actually see all of this. And again, Universal Depot right there, right here. And now what it's going to do, all of these drones over here are going to grab the resources over here and then run those resources back over there. All right, so they're going to be working on it. They're also going to bring some of the resources here to there. So that we can use those resources elsewhere as well. So they'll stock those up. All right, now we have our stuff done here. Is this rocket ready yet? Nope, almost. Okay, so now we have all of our stuff built. Now, one of the things I suggest when you do get this down is while they're actually in the middle of building your dome, you actually want to be bringing your settlers to you. So you, at the moment in which your dome is done, your settlers are ready to go. Now, I'm not going to do that in this particular playthrough because now I want to do passenger rocket. Now, one of the things that you can do with your passengers, and you have a bunch of different people you can choose from, geologists, engineers, botanists, and so on. But the first thing that I do is I go straight to filter and filter out all the freaks. Right here, I go ahead and go back and I go through the age group, right? I don't really care what age they are in the beginning, but you don't want to have, seniors and middle-aged people because they're not going to last as long on the thing. Youth are not really going to be that helpful, so I'm going to go ahead and say no youth, no middle-aged, and I'm a middle-aged man, everybody, but the truth of the matter, it's actually behind me. You can see it says child and all of that. Let me offset myself here. It says child, youth, adult, middle-aged, and senior. I'm actually probably senior almost. But you know, this is for the furtherment of the species. So we want to go ahead and just get adults. So we're going to do that. We're going to apply that. Then we're going to go filter, and then we're going to go specialization. So whether they're a scientist, engineer, officer, or whatever, I'm not going to worry about the specialization right now. Sex, male, female, doesn't matter. That's all good. Doesn't matter if they're male, female, or anything else in between. Perks. Now, these different perks give you different benefit, right? Celebrity, compose, enthusiast, party animal. Fit's a really good one because they can work when their health is low, and it boosts their overall exercise. So we're going to say up to that one. Celebrity, we're going to say up. Gamer is great because they recover sanity when they're gaming. So we definitely want to get the gamers in there. And again, it's going to basically give me a reduced pool. And I only got room for 10 anyway. So increased performance when at high morale. Let's get them. Party animal, gain soul sting. More desired traits. Now, some of these actually have a negative trait as well. So let's go with compose as well. Now, you have to satisfy their particular thing, right? If you have party animal, then you're going to have to satisfy their social interests. So basically keep them happy in there. So let's apply that. There we go. And then we're going to filter again. Now, a bunch of them are going to have flaws, right? Chronic conditions, alcoholic, they're a coward, they're a gambler, they eat too much, or they're hypochondriac. You know what I do on that one? I instantly say no. No freaks. No freaky freaks. Now, the funny irony is the second you do this, boom, look, I lost half of my applicants. Half of my applicants have some sort of problem. But you got to remember, these are your founders right here. These are the first 10 people who are going to start your colony going. So, yeah, we don't need any of those peeps. So now we're down to about 48 matching applicants. And then also some quirks. They're a guru or they're vegan. Screw that. Sorry, vegans. Much love anyway, but you got to go. We don't want to hear about it all the time. There we go. So perks, doesn't matter what sex they are. Specialization doesn't matter. And then age group. All right. So back. Now I can actually choose who I want to do. Now, see, it's already selected. Oh, it's 12 instead of 10. It's already selected who's going to be. Now, if they don't have any specialization, then in the long run, I'm going to have problems, right? Because I need people to be specialized. And they can go to school and learn it. But I'm going to take any of the people who are not specialized and take them out. And then, of course, this person here is an officer, so they can go into the guard tower to keep everybody under control. Geologists are going to help us a bit with some of the stuff that we need to do. Same thing with scientists. They can work in the scientist area, engineers, scientists, and so on. And one of the things also, we should definitely get a medic. Let's get her in there. And again, botanist is good for growing food. And I used to remember all of these before. Why are they locked? Lock passages will remain selected when the filter changes. So there we go. Got them in there. And who else do we got? And maybe another engineer. There we go. Okay, so now we got a bunch of engineers, medics, doctors, peeps who are actually specialists in what they do. Those are the people you want to send first, not the people without a specialization, because they're not going to give you a boost when you have them on that specific thing they should be working on. You obviously put your botanists on food, you put your scientists on research, and of course your officers on keeping the peace, and so on. You get the general idea of how all that works. Now there's, I think there's another one that's in there: engineer, scientist, geologist, and botanist. Yeah, and geologist. Okay, so we're gonna get all of those guys going, and we're gonna go back. And did I just lose all of those? No, I remembered it. Okay, I remembered it. So launch. All right, so now our colonists are on the way. Okay, so while the colonists are on the way, you know what? Let's order in another rocket. All our rockets right now are blocked. But I'm going to go ahead and get another drone hub right here. And you can see I go very heavy drone hubs and very heavy drones. And we'll get 5 of those and we'll launch that. That is not a rocket. That is just a supply rocket right here. A little supply rocket called Trust 2. And that's traveling to Mars. Now, what I eventually want to do is have all of my little drone hubs here basically replacing my rockets here. So I want to have another drone hub that's going to handle this and then have some overlap there. Now, if you do it just right, of course, you'd want to have that perfectly lined up in a kind of a hexadecimal grid in the long run. And I've done that where I had it perfectly all set up all across the whole world. And then no matter where I was, the drones were going and doing all of their stuff. Right? How's our research doing here? Let's see if our thing is done. Oh, that's on number 2. So still working here. Now, I can go in and spend some cash and say outsource 5,000. Cost me $1 billion for the next 5 souls. Hey, what do we care? We're just fooling around. So basically, it's going to give us 5,000, and it's going to boost the Martian one, do the atomic one, because that's only 900, so that's 2,900, another 1,000, another 1,000. So a bunch of these all of a sudden are just going to be like, bam, done. Just like that. So you can put a little bit extra cash in the beginning. Now, how do you make cash? Well, you make cash by getting rare materials and then, of course, sending it back to Earth. And that helps a bunch. All right, heavy drone problem over here. Now, another thing I can also do is I can go ahead and I can transfer the drones from this one over to this one. And I honestly cannot remember how I do that. I think I click on them. And then I say reassign all. Yeah, target assign as many drones to target head commander or rocket as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and reassign all of those guys over there. Yeah, there they go. Off they go to do their thing. And now they're going to go help with all this metal and stuff like that. And then now get out of there. This one should now have just a few drones still applied to it. All right, there we go. And that definitely what you want to do. You want to get that all fired up. And probably want to do the same thing with our other drone one here. Go ahead and... What do we really want to... We want to get another drone going over here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff over here we can do. Oh, we didn't build a place for them to put the stuff right here. Boom. See, now I put that down. It's in the ratio of this. These guys from here are going to grab this, put that on there. Then these ones over here are going to grab it from there and put it over there. You get the general idea. Great way of consolidating all of that down. How we doing on our concrete? Concrete's getting up there good. Waiting for some peeps. And I'm probably going to land them over here. Oh, this is ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and just have this land... And let's just have it land over there. Oh, this one's ready to launch. This one has automatically refueled itself. So that one's going to go ahead and return to Earth. Now, when it returns to Earth, what's going to happen is the drones are automatically... Look, there we go. Boom. See, I just got all that research from spending that cash. These drones are either going to be... what do you call it? Not have a drone center, or they are going to automatically switch to another area like this, right? And then what I want to do is, of course, I want to get all of these drones on a very specific thing here. And so now I'm also going to create another drone hub, and we're going to try to put it in such a way where it covers all of this stuff and has a decent overlap with all the stuff that we're currently doing. All right, there we go. So now we have the 3 different drone hubs that are going to be overlapping. And that's going to help us a bunch. This also dropped us off some more drones. Now again, see right here where it says, you know, I need a drone, I need a drone, I need a drone. Well, that's because our rocket is no longer there, and our rocket no longer can do it. Now notice how it went away. That's because now these drones that were kind of orphaned, that's what I was trying to think of, orphaned are now connected to this one. So that one's good. Now, same thing here. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to say take all of these drones, and I'm going to reassign them over here. And then all of those drones are going to abandon ship here. Martin Vegetation Research, congratulations. You actually made the first step toward turning Mars into a lush green heaven. You have unlocked the seeds resource that can be imported from Earth. So awesome. So we can bring in seeds and terraform the planet. So there we go. So terraforming head, terraforming buildings. Terraforming buildings are now they construct seeds, affect local soil quality, atmosphere, temperature, and vegetation. Same thing there with vegetation and then also with seeds. So we can start to do that. Sector D3 scanned. Got a milestone. We didn't find water on Mars before Japan did. I've actually played where I got every single one of these before everybody else. I think it was only on one of them. All right, 2 buildings are not working because we don't have any peeps. Now, right here, we've got our passengers. They're ready to load. We're ready to get them in there. And again, notice how this one now encompasses all of this stuff, so we can utilize that. So what I'm going to do is just land it way off to the side here. And I like to misclick a lot. I like to kind of rotate it so when they're rolling out of there, they can kind of aim right there. And we'll turn it back on. Here they go. All right, our first peeps are on Mars.
Milestone achieved.
There they go. Run, little guys, run. And so they're leaving this.
Colonists have arrived. Research complete.
And our 12 colonists are now going to go in here, and they're going to start to basically populate these different buildings, right? Basically, they're going to get a job. They got a job on Mars. Now, right here, you can see that we've got Jerome here, who's an engineer, who's working in the grocer and whatnot, and getting that stuff going. Now, over here, you're going to see, oh, there it goes. It's going to take a bunch of the food from here. We have about 100 of it. And it's going to start stacking it over here. We've also got a food depot here, but first it's going to stack it in the dome, in the places in which people need the food, right? And then it will start to stack it off on the side, which is why I kind of put that rocket on that side, so it would do that. Now, over here, we still have this where it's kind of stacked with the kind of a mixture of all the things. A new message.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
All right, the next 10 souls will be full of difficulties and dangers. All right, awesome. Now, again, same thing we want to do here is start to specialize the way that we have our resources. So we're going to say depot, and I'm going to go ahead and start to specialize different depots kind of along this line. So we're going to have concrete, and then we're going to have rare metals. And we'll try to make it go out a little bit. Right there, depot, polymers, electronics, machine parts, fuel, and seeds. Now, I'm doing a bunch of extra ones, but what I'm going to do is basically get rid of the universal ones. At some point, you want to stop using the universals and use the very specific ones because they'll help you in the long run. Let's also put another metal one down here. Just so we'll have a place for all this to go. Now, again, same thing here. I'm going to go ahead and force all of these drones to go to work to put these in very specific spots. Same thing over here where we have this metal and the universal one. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. This over here, I think we scrapped that as well. These guys are still working away on this. Like that. And then, of course, we're going to move this even closer and put a metals one kind of where this one can still reach the metals and put the metals over there because this one's full. The single metal one here can hold 180 metal, where the universal one can only hold 30. But you can also go ahead and do this and turn all these other ones off if you want. I find it's better to not use the universal ones. I feel it's better to get rid of those and get things going. All right. Now, another thing we want to do is start to have children be born on Mars as well. And you can see right here it says these things need maintenance to get those going on. Or not maintenance. They need to be destroyed to get that all going on. And then they'll basically pick up all those resources and redistribute them elsewhere. Same thing over here. Let's go ahead and rotate the camera. There we go. And then again, just destroy these. We don't need those. Get rid of those. Is there anything out here these guys are picking up? They're still getting... What are they doing here? Nothing. Okay, so it looks like we've already gotten all the metal from there. Still looking good. They're going to run back, grab all these resources, and then potentially move them. Carrying nothing. Okay. Oh, look out. Meteor's coming down. Okay, so we got that going. And again, eventually you want to have that all overlapping. So we got a bit of a colony going, right? We got a bit of a dealie fired up here. And they're still bringing that in. And again, these guys all need a job.
Complete.
Decommission protocol. All right, there we go. Now we can start getting our other stuff going here. Drones work faster on landscaping projects. I'm not doing any of those right now. Burns fuel to increase the temperature. Don't need that. I find a lot of the stuff that I need in the early stages, upgrade turbines, has to do with infrastructure, right? So you want to get your water going. You want to get your air going. You want to get your power going. You want to get stuff like your ability to produce items, right? Like you want to be able to produce machine parts and all of these other parts. And then kind of bring more people to the planet. Now, it's not going to let you actually bring any more people to the planet. Notice I can't do passenger rockets or cargo rockets because I don't have enough rockets. I can buy a rocket as well. But even if I do buy a rocket, it actually makes you go for about 10 souls or 10 days before it lets you actually do anything else. Just to see if you are going to cause your people to die, basically. You can also look at who's in what area, right? You can see all the residents there, and there, and there. So again, this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, I got that perfect. New special project, launch a SETI satellite. Let's see, 4 souls, outcome 2,000. Additional inventory. We need to have all that stuff to do that, and we do not have any of that stuff anywhere close. Anywhere close to that. Now, another good idea is to be thinking toward the future here and thinking, hey, we need to get some food going in here. So let's go ahead and create a little bit of a ranch inside there. I think I can do a ranch. Let's see what it takes. Yes, we have enough. Just enough there to get that ranch going. So let's get the ranch going there to help us a bit on that front. Now, the ranch produces food, consumes oxygen and water. And again, we don't have enough of the machine parts because we're going to run out of machine parts. But we can tell Earth to send us some more machine parts when we're ready to send our rockets back. Now, it'll actually start to flash down here when your rockets are ready. Like, this is the second rocket we brought. And it's not quite ready yet. You can also start making fuel eventually, so you don't have that problem as well. So let's think about how our oxygen supply is doing. Our water tower is doing good. Our oxygen seems to be fine. Power looking good, especially during the daytime here. Looking good. And again, this is another quick way to look at your resources and see what you have excess of and what you don't have enough of, right? Very, very good way of knowing that as well. You can also look at your people. Where's my people here? So different age group. We have 12 adults. 12 have been Earthborn. We want to kind of look at our... where is our kind of happiness? There we go. There we go. So geologists, officers, and whatnot. Vacant work slots 16. Unemployed seeking work 0.
Complete.
Research complete. All right. Now we need to get our peeps back to work here. Let's get this guy over here so he can see. You can see that, and then these drones can go ahead and help. Grabbing this drone here can just kind of get reassigned to that. So he's working. Oops. Getting low power. Get over there and recharge. Yeah, we could be getting more concrete here. We've got research site up there for when we make a drone. How's our scanning doing? All right, doing okay. So let's go ahead and scan some more down here in the bottom corner. Keep that stuff going. Eventually we'll scan this other stuff. Now there's also more scanning later on, which are like deep scans. I think it's auto-saving the game, but we'll go ahead and save the game anyway. Yeah, there's an auto-save right there. Okay, let's just keep it going. Now again, we're just kind of fooling around with the game to give you just a bit of the main stuff. Dang, fired, exactly. Well, they weren't necessarily fired, they just weren't picked. Drones are like bees, always buzzing around, exactly. Hola, kids. What up, BBB? Thanks for coming in, hanging out, everybody. Now we're playing an awesome game called Surviving Mars. Now we're going to play for just a little bit. I'm not going to go as late as I usually do because definitely want to get some rest. These guys been out working on my house for years now. Feels like forever. Okay, so again, we want to really backlog a bunch of resources before we get too crazy. We want to go ahead and just speed this up. Planetary anomalies found. Additional inventory, expedition time 12 hours, outcome unknown. You can set all these expeditions out as well. And I forget where we see how... Oh, we're at minus 23 power right now. And this is something I like to watch. During the nighttime, how far does my power go down to? Right now I'm at stored power 171, or now I'm at 165. It's 200 maximum. And I used to have it down where I would make the minimum amount of items that I need to keep it going. Right there I had tons of extra power. I had like 150. I only went down by 50. I had an extra 150 for that as well. You constantly want your stuff working here. Otherwise, it's just sitting around doing nothing, like that one's doing right now. Let's look for some more metal it could be grabbing. We can go out and kind of look. There's a whole bunch of concrete there. A little bit of metals, 12 metals there. 2, 24, 46. All right, right here, tons of metal. Up in here.
Research complete.
Get this. And we'll tell it to go up here and grab all of that. Metals. And then we'll tell them to bring it back right down there. All right, there we go. Low G hydrosynthesis. So we can build a polymer factory. And a fuel refinery, which is something we definitely need. And I feel like we're going to have our vehicles land down here in the future, kind of out of the way. So we can build some landing pads for them later too, which is really cool. But we need to work on our polymer factory and all of that. So let's go ahead, look at our factories here. our Polymer Factory produces polymers from water and fuel. Now, polymers are different from machine parts. That's these ones right here, polymers. We really want to make the machine parts one, which is one of these right here, Machine Parts Factory. So we want to leave some room in here so that we can have room for that machine parts factory later on. We can't make any right now. Now I can actually tell it to bring some a prefab building from Earth and bring it to me so I can put it down and utilize it. Now again, it's all about how many people you have, though. You got to have a certain amount of people who are able to do food, who are able to do the polymers, who are able to do each thing. And if that's not balanced out really well, then what happens is you start to not have enough food. You start not to have enough polymers. You start not enough polymers and enough stuff to repair all of your power. Your power starts to go out. Your batteries start to go out. Your water things start to die. Your buildings start to get messed up. And then everything just starts going off the rails. And then you're going to play a new game after that, everybody. I've done that many a time. I've done it totally wrong. All right, so we got some fuel refinery here. Now, one of the things that I like to do is I like to put my buildings very close to the entrances and exits. That's so my peeps can come out, work there, and run back in nice and easy. So we've got a fuel factory there, and we've got a polymer factory. And again, why would we need a polymer factory? We'll talk about that here in just a moment. But again, I like to set it right in the entrance and exits there. That's just me. Okay, so we got that. And again, we're going to need to connect some stuff to this. Produces polymers from water and fuel. And this produces fuel from water. Now, one of the cool things you can do is you can actually use this as a connector. Over here and actually run your P for pipes it is. Nope, not pipes. What it is for pipes, I don't remember. What is it? It is... It's power switch. This is power cables. I forget. Where's our pipes? There is an actual key for pipes, I remember. I just do it 1,000 times again and again after that. There we go. There's our pipes. V. V is our pipes. V. So what we can do is go ahead and basically just run this behind here. Let's say something like that, and then run this way. And then we can connect that there like that. All right, so now we got that connected. We can also go ahead and connect this over to there. Which is also going to get that going. Now, that's going to take a bunch of drones over there getting it going. Now, another thing we can do way over here, we have a bunch of drones just standing around, so I'm just going to grab all of the drones from over here. They're not really doing anything. And we're going to send them over here, over there. It's at full capacity now. So that's not going to work. Maybe get another drone overlapping. How many you got here? You've got 7 of 8. Okay. Well, let's see what else this guy can do. Not much. Not much. He's got a bunch of stuff there.
Complete.
Getting that going on. Again, optimizing what you're doing is vitally important. All right. So now we got our ranch going, and we've got our... no specialization. How is that possible? How is it possible I got somebody with no specialization? I thought I told them all to have a specialization. Apparently not. Apparently I missed one. All right, now some of them have just become middle-aged. So now I've got some that are middle-aged, and I'm waiting for them to hopefully have a child or two. That would be awesome. This is producing 11 food every so often. You can also choose different breeds to do. Like right now, I think we're doing gooses, chickens eventually, optimal food. Needs food and oxygen. And again, all of these things you got to balance, right? Like right now, I'm producing 3 oxygen and my demand is 1.6. Over here on water, my production is 2.2 and we're using 2.2. We have 100 back stored. We have production, we're producing 101 and we're using 61. Now, ultimately, because your resources are fairly rare, you want to actually have it where it's very close, not so much way over or obviously way under. You want to have it where you have plenty of each thing. All right, and this one already has the max amount of drones, which is 20 right now. And let's go ahead and look and see whatever else we want to get here. Large stations. Oh! This is our trains right here. Right, a station connected 4-track. Time to allow our people to travel different directions from the same station. Yeah, those look like train tracks there. Drones work faster. Definitely. And what else we got over here? More applicants. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Oh, this is a good one. Actually, let's put this up there at the top. Basically, our drones go faster. Surface heater, that's for terraforming. This is for reclaiming water. This is for putting more gases in the air. Again, I work more on infrastructure than I do on terraforming in the early game. Because I want all these peeps to be doing something. And we don't need these. Let's clear these buildings. We unlock the ability to clear those buildings and get those resources back. Getting a good amount of concrete there. And what do we need here? Oh, see, we need machine parts. So we're out of machine parts. So
complete.
We're going to go ahead and get another cargo rocket. A lot of machine parts. Okay, so we can get 175. That's way too many. Let's say 50 machine parts, 50 polymers, right, and 50 electronics. We'll launch that one. Now what that's going to do is it's basically going to launch a rocket from Earth, bring me a bunch of resources. I can drop the resources on them, and those resources are going to help me do it. Now, one of the things that I was trying to learn to do was to basically send one rocket, right? This was the last thing I was doing. Send one rocket, never have to get any other supplies other than people to the planet and be able to start it right away without ever having to bring any other resources. And I did figure out the combo, whatever it was. You had to have a certain type of things that you would bring in the very beginning so that you could progress through the game. I'll try to remember it offline. I'll probably do a few playthroughs at the beginning and try to remember what that perfect start is. Or I'll look it up in my notes. I could have sworn that I wrote that down, what the actual perfect starting sequence was that I had. It didn't save colonist selections when you went back. Oh, that's probably what it was. Yeah, I probably didn't choose it. That's okay. We're just fuddling around right now. When life gives you lemons.
On an alien world, that takes guts, to say the least.
Okay. The founder, Jerome Baron, is the enthusiast, has the enthusiastic trait. That's the spirit. Okay, now we got another rocket that we can have take on out of here. There we go. Get that rocket out of here. Like that. Now, eventually, you can actually have more of these drones. You can also control the service area of the drone, right? You can shrink it down if you want. I usually keep it out maximum for right now. And we're really doing a good job of getting that concrete going. Yeah, I think we could definitely use more drones over here. This guy's done doing his dealio. I thought we saw somewhere where we got more concrete, right? Oh, right here, 92. Oh, we didn't get the one from here. 46. Oh, right there. Okay, apparently did not get any of that. All right, let's get this guy. Tell him, this is a really great feature, by the way, where basically you can just tell it to load all the resources from that area. Tell it to grab the metal. And then bring that metal back over here. There we go. So now he's going to do that for a while. Let's see. We got anything we can research? Not really. Not really. Okay, what do we got? Ready to land with a whole bunch of resources. Again, make sure to put it over here where we can just grab those resources nice and easy. Not too close where it's going to dust everything. Sometimes that happens when it comes down and just dusts all your stuff, and then you got to do your thing here. We need some maintenance on this one. Building has malfunctioned. Drones can repair it, but they need some of the items that they're about to go grab. Now look at them all go, right? All of a sudden, instead of just standing around, they're Johnny on the spot, grabbing all of these resources that I just grabbed, and they're going to use them to do maintenance on the various resources, or on the various items, right? So they're actually making a Polymer Factory there. We've also made a fuel refinery.
Sector scanned.
Over here, very nice. Now another thing we can do using V here is we can go ahead and connect these pipes over there as well. So we basically have like a cross connect between all of them. Oh, milestone achieved! Yes. Oh, I've never seen the fireworks before. That's cool. Produce 250 food. So we got that too on Sol 14. Look at us go. First Martian born. Now we don't have enough people in the grocer, and enough people in here because people are working now in the Polymer Factory, and the fuel refinery is running, and so we're getting fuel. Now a good idea, of course, is to, instead of putting the fuel up here where I just kind of put it just to look at it, we're going to go ahead and take that out of there, and we're going to go ahead and put the fuel over here closer to the thing. And there was something I kind of remember about these depots, where you're putting the depots and all of that. It's like you put the fuel depot by the fuel thing, plus you put another one closer to where you're running the stuff. But look at that. See how it's filling up all of those resources? Now we can use those resources to help the planet get started, basically being self-sufficient. And there's a lot of numbers and ratios and all of that stuff. That's a good idea to learn. And so, yeah, we've got some people working there. We're producing 1.2. And over here, we're producing 12. Now, again, they're going to take that fuel and they're going to refuel all of these. And they kind of auto-refuel themselves. But, of course, when you have fuel depots, it goes just that much faster. And let's go ahead and see if...
resources are low.
Resources of what? Water. Okay, water getting low. See, when our water starts going down, it's decreasing by -1. So we probably need to end up adding more water now. And we don't have any moisture vapors. We don't have any water that we can extract. On this side, we can go over here. So this is why I usually put my base down by water. Water's a great starting point. If you already know there's water over here, by the way, that's the place to put your thing down, right? Low amount of low-grade water there. Oh, we got a research thing up here. Hold on. Let's get our little research guy. Get him up there. See, all you do is click on him and then right-click, and then he'll go do his thing. And I'm really playing at a fast speed. You don't necessarily want to play this fast, everybody. You want to play at a much slower speed, usually. And there we go. So now this one's ready to go. Again, when he leaves, then these robots need somewhere to go. And I'm going to re-sign them all down over here to work with this one. And then that one's going to help out with all of this. Oh, and see this right here, how it stopped? That's telling me that I have too much waste piles. I need to make more waste piles here of rocks as well, because that's come to a stop. Dumping site or large dumping site. There we go. Let's just get a large one. Go in there. And maybe another large one. And right there. There we go. And see all the drones going to work. Get rid of that. And then, oh, it needs a place for more concrete as well. Another concrete depot. Right there. In fact, let's do 2 concrete depots. Boom. And there we go. So now it's getting rid of all of the rocks, but it's also going to grab all of the concrete and have that somewhere for that to go. And then it'll continue to extract concrete. You can also amplify these suckers at some point, which we will do. But again, we want to watch our water consumption here. Our water is still looking good. We're producing 3 water. It was just kind of warning us it was getting low. Soul resources expected to last 3 souls.
Get up close and personal with Mars, and you'll find it's anything but barren. We found another treasure in the form of a small deposit of a germanium-rich mineral.
Cool. Discovered rare minerals deposit. Awesome. Let's make sure our scanning is still going. Very nice. Now, the fact that this, I think we got this done, right? We can go ahead and take this power out of here. Now, these particular things here, these radar items, just need to be within range of something to go ahead and make those items, right? These little sensor towers. Now, we've already scanned this whole area, so we don't necessarily need them there. But we can actually have it go and build some over here in this area, say here in this bottom right corner. We're going to have it make a sensor tower right here. But it says too far from a working drone commander, right? So that's where these other guys come into play, where you have your little drone commander here. And then I'll just go ahead and say, hey, Mr. Drone Commander, go about right there. So he'll pick up those drones from over here. There we go. Get all the drones in there, and then he'll drive over there. And then you can use your drone commander to go around and put up the sensors to basically extend your ability or boost your ability to scan a bit faster. All right, Liberty 2 is ready to go. All right, bye-bye, Liberty 2. Thank you very much for being here, bro. And that one's on its way back as well. Now, we're going to have a problem here. We don't have enough, working drone areas. So we're going to go ahead and grab any of these excess guys and just tell them to go ahead. Head over there. Oop, did we get it? Okay, so those guys are going to jump out of there, and they're going to run over to that side. And this should have maximum drones. Drones load right now is low. Not much for it to do. Probably a good thing. Look at those geese in there. Get them all in there, just eating at the restaurant. They can click on them individually and look and see how they're doing. My goal is always to try to get them to, make more children so I can have more Martians for free. For sure. Again, notice I don't have packaged rockets. I have food for 10 souls after they ride on here. So again, I'm still waiting for that kind of time frame until they start to have children and all of that. Okay, we definitely want to tap some of this water over here. Oh, we got our guys ready over here. So again, sensor tower. And I try to find like the corner of the sensor tower. Like this. Kind of like right here, because then it's going to hit all of these and then some of those down there too. So say right about there. All right, we'll just move this guy closer. Okay, so what do we need for the sensor tower? Well, what we need is we need some metal to go with the sensor tower. Now what we can do is we can get this guy to load some resources here, some metals. And then we can go over here. Dehydration. Uh-oh. Then we can go ahead and grab this guy, bring him over here, and then we can tell him to basically unload the resources right there. And then we get out of there. Go back to our base. It says insufficient water. Oh, my water demand went to 4.2 and my water production is 2.2. Uh-oh, now I'm in trouble. Let's see. Do we have any ability to make more water items? A water tower, moisture vapor. We don't have enough to make them. Yeah, so right there I already made a problem because I was looking at it and I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the oxygen production and not the water production. So now we're going to have trouble. Now, one of the things that we can do to help with water production is we can just go ahead and turn the fuel refinery off. And that's going to give us one more water. It's going to boost our water. Now we're 2.2. And then over here, this is probably also using water. So I'll turn the Polymer Factory off. And then now we're back to even, so my people don't basically die. And then while they're working away on their stuff, I can go say cargo rocket, prefab buildings, and then I can go ahead and bring me some moisture thingies. All right, I can bring a bunch of those if I want, and we'll launch those. Now again, eventually I want to be able to have enough resources to do those on my own. You can also research those. Oops, wrong thing. Research. Your way of making your own in here. And yeah, these are trains. Cool. New building, large station. Station connect 4 tracks. Time allows people to do the thing. Okay, so I definitely have the train things going on. There we go. Drone swarms are constructed with additional 2 drones, and the maximum number of drones is increased by 80. So yeah, we definitely want to get that up at the top. And again, you have to research some things to get the next thing, right? So let's go ahead and get this one. Oh, after those are done. Let's go ahead and spend some cash. We're going to outsource some cash on that.
The colonists are on the brink of dehydration.
Oh, my. All right. We got founding stage 1 soul in 19 hours. Again, I've stopped that production there. This is at 23, which is great. Still have plenty of everything right now, just not a lot of fuel. But we do have plenty of all that other stuff.
Research complete.
Fuel compression, cargo space. Okay, now we can have more cargo space on our ships as well. Plenty of food right now. Our food's holding pretty steady. Let's see. Food production, 0. Well, consumption is 2. That's what we really want to look at. Consumption is 2. And we're producing 11. How many souls? 4 souls. So every 4 souls, we produce 11. It's doing 2. 2 times 5, which would be 5 souls worth, right? Because they consume 2 per soul. Should be enough. Oh, sector scan. Awesome. All right, and then let's go over here. Check out how these guys are doing out here. I can just double click. And then this guy's dropped this off. What does this use? Oh, we need metal and we need... I forgot. We also need a bit of computers as well. All right, we'll run back over here and load up some of those electronics. And again, waiting on our vehicle to get there. Let's check our research guy here. Any more stuff you can do, research guy? I kind of feel like I'm going to need him down here in the corner, so I'm just going to tell him to go there. Back to the dome. And I'm just trying to get to the part where you can just go ahead and start bringing more peeps in and start building out your domes. Now, again, the purpose of what you're doing is to collect the resources and then use those resources to make yourself independent from Earth, where you no longer need to have them send you resources. And that's a self-sustaining base. And usually I try to do that, again, with just one rocket. Just send the one rocket in, get enough resources to sustain my base, to get going right at the very beginning, and then use that base to, of course, extend to another base, to another one, until you get to that point. Okay, here we go. So we got a landing zone right there. Let's go.
Research complete.
Oh, drone swarm. All right, now that we got our drone swarm, we can grab these drones from over here, and we can send them over on this one. All right, here's this guy. Now, this guy, only thing that this thing brought to me was more water, where I can go ahead and put down these more of moisture evaporators down, and I'm going to rotate them around here and just kind of put them in the current existing pipes. This is going to give us 0.4. We can get better like that. There we go. And there's like a magical way to rotate these, so you're using your maximum space. You know what I mean? You're really kind of getting them in there condensed. Okay, now each of these current ones, let's click on the current ones, they're producing 0.6 water. Now, we saw that it went up to 4.4 water with these two buildings. So this is 0.6, this is 1.2, 2.4 on top of the 2.2. That would be 2.8 is what we're going to get. So I kind of feel like that's pretty close. I mean, that's probably good enough. But what the heck, let's go ahead. Throw another one in there just to make sure we have a little bit extra. And then they're all going to run down here and build those up. Now, this one at the end is having a problem, doesn't have a pipe. So let's go ahead and run that pipe into that one. And then that should get tied in there. Look at our overall water. Our water is very low. Very scary. Very scary when it gets that low, everybody. Because, again, I stopped it just in time before it ran out. And so now you're going to see that start to go back up again. Yeah, there it goes. So water production, 4.8. Total demand is 2.2. And there's a way to recover stuff, too, for sure. And we'll turn those back on, and then we'll look at our water demand. All right, so our water demand right now, 3.2. I remember it was about 4.4. We're going to need to get some peeps in there. One more hour, and founder stage done. One of the things I try to do also before the founder stage is try to get the first person born on Mars. And the way you do that is you have enough comfort in there that they feel comfortable enough to have children. All right, this one's ready to rock. Off you go, bro. Okay, and now we can go ahead and start bringing more passengers in. And I don't even care. I'm just going to go ahead and bring everybody. Let's go. Now, I've already set it so it limits it. Launch anyway. And then, now I'm going to explain why it says launch anyway there in a second. Passenger rockets. So, again, now we're down to only 20. I'm going to launch them. And then let's just go with that. That'll be 24 more. So now 24 more, obviously you're going to need more room for them to live. You probably want to start thinking about your bigger areas, your bigger places to live. None of those. This one. Yes. Your bigger apartments here, right? So we can get those low G high res to unlock these apartments. I thought I already did that one, or am I still in the middle of it? Where is it? Oh, that's right there. Right there. But didn't I call in some outsourcing? I can't remember. There's not a lot of outsourced research at this time. Yeah, I think I'm still waiting for that to come through. Or it's there. The doors to the stars.
Will go down in history.
The long dream of human civilization as a whole to settle another world has come true. To be among the people who made this happen makes me feel enthusiastic and proud. Awesome. Building's not working. These right here, because I don't have enough people to do that. But I got a whole bunch of people on the way. So, again, we'll just go ahead and just use the basics here. This is going to be able to hold 4 people. Right there. And eventually you can kind of tear these buildings down and replace them with other buildings. And again, I had this down to what the perfect combo of all this stuff was long ago, but I can't remember. So this is going to be 8. That's 16, and we need 24. So another one here. I'm just doing this completely arbitrary at this point. And there we go. And again, we're waiting for our rockets to come in. We launch other rockets off. We're producing a bunch of fuel. And that fuel is being made. And then we're making polymers. Making a bunch of fuel here. Let's see how our water's doing. Our water's still in surplus. Our air is in surplus. Our power right now looks pretty surplus as well. Yeah, see, during the day, this is not quite maxed out. So that's telling me, hey, I need to probably put some more power down. Definitely. All right, and we'll go ahead and, again, balance out our power, both wind and solar. Now, solar is going to produce 5, and wind is going to produce 5 as well. But this one has a maintenance cost of metal, which is cheaper than this one having a maintenance cost of machine parts. So I'm going to go ahead and just very easily, since it's already got kind of a grid already going here, I can very easily, oh, I always forgot to hold those down. Again, we've got so much metal, we can very easily
Resources are low.
Yes,
Sector scanned.
Low on power. Now, when you're running the game faster, like I am right here, I'm running it on maximum speed. You can run out of resources, make a mistake, forget to do something, and then guess what? You're screwed. That's not good. Not good when that happens. Oh, and then we got another one over here. All right, so he's going over there. Where did my little guy go? Did he finally get some of these? Did he not go? Man, I thought I told him to come over here and get your stuff. Huh. That being blocked? That might be blocked. On his way now.
Research complete. Breakthrough discovered.
Oh, factory automation. Oh, we got a factory automation. Lowers the amount of workers needed in factories. Bam, put that on the list, bro. Can we outsource? Can't outsource right now because we already used our outsource. It's on cooldown. Now this is just a tiny part of the game, everybody. This is just the beginning. Wait till you have like multiple domes. You can build massive domes as well, and then start to terraform the planet and all of that stuff as well. Again, I'm always worried about the balance between power and water and resources and so on. InfoWars. Commander, an unknown rival is streaming propaganda video at us. Videos aimed at inciting discord between several classes of colonists. Some are aimed at factory and extractor workers, claiming a culture of elitism that gives scientists, medics, and the likes privileged status within the colony. Others are meant to agitate the same medics and scientists, with some clips claiming that many of the unpopular decisions the leadership of the colony has made are because of pressure to put on by the factory workers. Until we get all of our firewalls running again, can we block only a few of the channels? Some will have to remain online for a short duration, during which they can and will be watched by colonists. We can't afford the agitation. The workers in the factories can't afford to agitate the workers in the factories and extractors. Medics and scientists lose morale. Either way, you lose morale, right? Now, I think actually you can just escape out of this. Can you get out of this now? No, you can't. You can't get out of it once you're in there. So let's say engineers are going to lose it. All right, whatever. All right, we're going to bring some more peeps in. Now, remember, when you bring some more colonists in, those rockets are also going to bring food. Those got 120 food as well.
New colonists have arrived.
All right, I think these guys are just within the zone. There they go. You can see all my drones are kicking in. And I'm just making an excessive amount of drones. You really want to have just enough. Just enough to do what you need to do. This one might be slightly out of the edge. No, he got it. There we go. So just prioritizing this one first. And then we're going to do the other one. All right, so there we go. Now your colonists are in here, and we have a big problem. We're at minus 56 power right now. But we have enough going on. Each of these have like an output power too, like a 20. These are all 20 power. So again, what we want to watch and see is if the batteries run out by daytime. By the time these kick in, right now we're getting down to about 84, 70. So we got down to 70 power. Then our solar power is now kicked in. And you can see now we're producing way more power. And that power is going to start recharging. So we're producing 139. Right now there's a demand of 104. So that's what it should do. During the day, it should charge it back up again, last through the night, charge it back up, have that kind of cycle. That keeps everything going. We have enough room for everybody in here. Everybody looking good. What's this money thing all about?
Research complete.
All right, man, look at all this stuff we got going. There we go. Increase the storage capacity of our stuff. Okay, new building drone hub. That's something I definitely want to get going in a high priority. Drone hub. There we go. This over here are power generators. These are really great. One of the problems with the Stirling generators is they use electronics. Electronics gets burned up very quickly. You typically are going to need an electronic thing. Oh, bulldozers, that's right. You're going to need basically electronics factories. You're going to need machine factories and all of that other stuff to get that going. And again, pretty balanced right now. Pretty well balanced. Everything seems to be fairly good. And off and running. Now, the problem again is the fact that we're not producing... Oh, we've got another one that can take off. Off you go. The problem is we're not producing any actual items that we need. Now, what we can do is put another dome close by to where people who live in this one can actually end up in the other one. We're going to go ahead and take this out now, too. And I'll move this all over here, hopefully. And I try to put my resources... Oh, there they go. I try to put all of my resources kind of in the in-between spot, between where I need them. Like right here is basically the center. We've got this here, which we want to run over there. And this is the center of all of these. We might be able to get a bit of our mining going eventually.
Milestone achieved.
First Martian born! There he is! That's what we were waiting for. There we go. First Martian born at Sol 22. Very nice. Alright, looking good. Now, we can also try to go out here and get our metals extractor. Alright, not metals, no. Yeah, metals extractor. Wait, no, rare metals extractor.
Research complete.
And put that down right there. And what that's going to do is that's going to go ahead and start to grab these rare metals, which we can then send. Oh, and there's low G high rise. Now we can go ahead and basically put in our in there somewhere. Used to have these by heart. There we go. Now we can put our apartments in there. So each apartment can hold 24 peeps. Now the way to do that, though, is to say, too bad, too sad, suckers. And basically break their house and make them homeless. They don't like that. It makes them very unhappy. But I gotta do what I gotta do. Then I gotta take it out and then tell them to take it out of there. There we go. And once that's out, boom. So what I had there was 4, 4, and 4, right? So that's 12. But if I put an apartment there, then it's going to be 24. So in the same location, I can basically double up the amount. Now, I typically don't do a whole bunch of them at once. I get one of them working. And then I don't have to disrupt them as much. Because now all the people can basically move into this one. Right here, you can see they moved into that one, and then I can then take these out, which means they can just literally just go across the way here instead of disrupting it too much. There we go. So basically now they're all going to move into here. And there we go. Okay, and then once again, another apartment. Got my dronies over here to grab all that stuff and build it up. Now I've got tons of extra metal, tons of extra concrete now, which makes it really easy. Now it looks like it's going really fast, and that's because I have it at maximum speed. Just so we can kind of get through the beginning of the game here, so you guys can get just kind of a gist of it as well. All right, so now, again, we're trying to consolidate everybody into the same buildings. So we'll take all these buildings out as well. And then I have one over here. Take that out. Now, I need to kind of move this stuff. Right now, we got one child in the nursery. But we don't want the nursery to be here. We want it to be over there. And again, we'll build that up. And again, look, everybody living here. So now we have enough room to bring even more people in. But what you really need is you need room for the children. Right? The children also eventually are going to grow up and be a person, right? Be an adult, and they're going to, also have to go to school and things of that nature. So we definitely want to also put in a school so the kids can learn specialization. Notice I can't fit it in there because I don't have enough room. So we're definitely going to need additional locations. So we got that. Let's take this one out. And then I'm also going to take out the diner. And that's because I'm going to put in a machine parts factory, but I need to get one. So cargo rocket. Actually, I could just go back and get a supply pod. Machine parts factory. Oh, and I need more room to hold all this food. Also, it's a good idea. Look at him go. Also, it's a good idea to have your food on the side of where you're actually going to be doing your food, right? Very, very useful. Low resource power. Minus 76. Yeah, stored power is 183. We got plenty of power there. We'll be fine because now the daytime's going to come up. And again, I'm just playing a little bit accelerated here. I would definitely... Whoa, 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 whoa. Red alert, red alert. See that? If you see that, you're in trouble. You do not want that to happen or get anywhere close to that for sure. All right, that one's ready to go too. Still working its way. Yeah, that was way too close. For sure. Salvage that. And then I'm going to go ahead and build out this polymer factory, or machine parts factory, sorry. Because my machine parts will eventually go down. But I want to get my peeps in here making me some more machine parts so that they can basically keep up the maintenance on everything. You're just trying to find a balance between all those. Now, by the way, eventually this will run out of concrete. This spot right here is going to run out. At 950 right now. It's fine for now. But eventually that'll run out. Oh, and this needs some power, so cable. Alright. There, maybe. I forget if it goes... If you just go straight off the building. I think you can. I think I could have just went straight. Yeah, see, I didn't need to do that. I could have just went straight across. But all right, now a whole bunch of rare metal extractor peeps are going to go ahead and grab that. And again, since I have that within the dome here, that's going to help a bunch. We'll scan a planetary anomaly in 2 souls and 9 hours. Oh, well. Yeah, see, very low storage on that power. So we need to get busy here making some more wind turbines. Yeah, let's put them over on this side. Again, since we already have the line, we can go ahead and just run down that line. Kind of double up. And just for funsies, we'll go ahead and put some of these big boys in here. Like that. Like that. Alright, there we go. And those drones will go to work on it. This is what you don't want to happen. See that? Right now, everyone's suffering from hyperthermia because they don't have enough power to keep themselves warm in the dome. All the stuff has gone off. Luckily, right about that time, my power kicked back on again. All of your people can die very easily because you don't have enough power. There we go. Plenty of power now. Back up and running. There we go. Power production 187, but power demand is 177 right now. So even with all of this stuff I've added, it's still not enough. So we probably want to do a little pause a Rooney and more. Oh, to goodness. Oops. Hold down the shift. All right. Again, I try to maximize my space by rotating these. I love some redundant power, too, in case one side goes off. Definitely need to backlog more extra power.
Colonists are suffering from hypothermia.
Troubling.
Sector scanned.
So we definitely want to really boost our power. And again, let's just do some more. Again, since we already have the line, we can very easily just keep adding more. And more, and more, and more, etc. You're going to end up with a lot of solar power until you get to your other generators. Definitely want a lot of solar power going. You want to see this, by the time nightfall comes around, you want that thing to be all the way to the top. Another thing I can also do, if I'm producing a lot of extra power, is I can put down more generators, right? So, along the same line, I actually don't have to have it connected over there. I can just go ahead and say bring out a cable like this. Like that stuff here. And then go to this. And just run a few of those. There. Now remember, all this stuff costs resources. All this stuff costs maintenance. And any one thing that you do really bad is going to cause all the rest of it to go completely off the rails, for sure. And there we go. So at nighttime, how's our power? Our power is now only at minus 28. We have 605 stored power that we can do total. Oh, and this, by the way, this didn't even connect to this thing. It connected over here. Now, also, it's a good idea to have this stuff within your drone space. Otherwise, your drones are not going to keep it up, and they're not going to maintenance, and then they're just going to go bad. How are we doing over here? 1.4. And this should start putting our rare materials over here. Yeah, right here. There it goes. Just to put the first few. The rare materials, and then we can load those rare materials on our rocket ships, like this one. We can say, hey, yo, bro. Start loading those raw materials. Oh, wow. Still food on there. Still food on that one. And I don't think we ever did our computers and go over there. That again, it's very much timed, so you really want to be on the spot on everything that you're doing. We're producing our own machine parts. 2.6 per soul. That's good. And yeah, look at that. All 8 of those are now full. And then overall, our power production is 267.4. Our power demand is 107. Our solar just went off. Our power production now down to 74. So in theory, though, you'd want to get the power where 24/7 is always running. So your wind power is 24/7. So that'll just keep running and running and running both day and night. And these ones here are producing 11.9 power, and these are producing 6 power. And then these ones over here are producing nothing right now. All right, so that gives you a general idea. A little more power. Yeah, exactly. Let's go ahead and save that. Now, again, I'm going to rest up, everybody, and we're going to be back tomorrow doing a whole bunch more fun. We're going to be doing some 76 and more of this as well. And for those of you who are here today who can't make it tomorrow, I'll give you just a little sneak peek of my other base right here. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we just saved it. So I'll show you a little bit about where you're aiming to in the game.
A colonist has died.
Uh-oh, colonist has died. Now, if you notice, we're zoomed way out here. But if we zoom in, you can see a lot of this stuff going on, right? There's all these little things moving around. They're going from here to there. Those are little drones. And you can see I've got big things here going on. Lots of fuel being produced and whatnot. But this is actually open air. There's no dome. And they're in there. Look at them working out, having a good old time, getting things going. And as you can see, I have a bunch of cities. They're all connected together in this kind of bottom left corner, along with just an insane amount of resources. Just stacked and stacked and stacked, and just massive, massive tons of resources. And other things like things you can grab, water, things being produced here. These are actually generators. These are water tanks, so it's producing a lot of water. These things right here are tunnels, so you can go from one tunnel and come out the other side over here. You can see we've got a water area here. It's got a lot of water there. It's 500,000, and it's grabbing that water and it's running it in. Also, you may notice that the whole world is square. And the reason why it's square, because I took a bunch of bulldozers and I had it bulldoze the whole entire thing. Now, also down here, you can see we've got these plants down here, and they're using these seeds. And I've got one of these little generators to keep it going. But basically, it's seeding the planet. And you can see up here at the top, 100%, 100%, 100%. And that is kind of your ultimate goal, to get the planet where at some point your domes open up, and bam, you teleport the planet, you win. GG. Just like that. And, of course, they no longer need the domes. Now, some people need some houses there, I can see, and a whole bunch of stuff I'm sure I'd have to fix. Oh, down here at the bottom. There you go. So, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. Now, sometimes, you know, you just let them live in the slums, or you let them be homeless because, you know, you're trying to terraform the planet. That's the most important thing. But, yeah, I have 248 there. Let's say 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 22, 23, 24. So 24,000 colonists there as well. But yeah, there we go. All right, so we're going to go back to the main menu right here like that. That's a big GG, right? And again, we'll get there. I'm going to look up my notes for tomorrow. Hopefully I remember and try to figure out what the kind of perfect combo is to start with just one rocket and go through and do all of that. I can't remember if I saved that game. Let's look in here and see if I have it in here. I think hopefully I did something like... Yeah, see, I'm doing dome testing here. Good start before dome. And game start pre-done. Yeah, so this one here probably has, in one of these, I'm sure one of these starts, it has basically what the combo was I used to start it. And again, all of these things that I'm building out, those are all done with a single rocket. And then, of course, I was bringing people in, but no more resources. Because I feel like that's the ultimate in the game, is that... Look at them all spread all over on that one. The ultimate in the game is just to start with absolutely no resource. Again, you can see all these different saves here, different playthroughs. And there we go. And we got trees to dense forest there as well. Massive flattening. I'm flattening all the land down. There's our mega domes there. Again, very, very fun. You see I've played through quite extensively here. Basic dome setup. Stuff in the dome. Oh, there's my perfect dome setup where I'm testing what comfort items to add. Yeah, refugees. Setting up 2 domes nearby each other. Yeah, look at that. And then I have a tunnel that goes in between the 2 domes, right? So that they can just go from one dome to the next. And again, we'll try to get into trains too. We'll try to figure out how to get those trains going and whatnot. Again, really fantastic game. Oh God, this is the type of game I can play all night long. But I do need to get a little extra rest, so let's go ahead and pop up to my office and give you guys some love. All right. And again, I'll try to look that stuff up, give you guys a little bit more insight into that starting trick that I have. Here we go. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 caps for all you guys for coming in. Now, here's my schedule again. Tuesday through Wednesday, 1 p.m. and at 10 p.m. 2 streams a day. And then on Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also check out my schedule there in the chat. As well, you go check it out on my social media. Feel free to run over to YouTube. Hit that subscribe, Twitter, hit the follow. Check out the Discord. Check out the website. Of course, you want to go above and beyond. If you enjoyed the stream, you learned something along the way. If you found a game that you really love to play, consider supporting the stream via patreon.com/Kismet. That does help a lot. Now, I'm going to get some rest, everybody, and I will be back tomorrow, and we're going to play a bunch of 76 and then some more Surviving Mars, and we're going to try to figure out how the trains work and all of that, and just have a good old time. So I'll see you all then. Bye, everybody.
Hi, this is Norver. Thanks for watching. Press the subscribe button. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Help support more videos just like this one and keep the Kismet love train a-going by dropping by my Patreon and showing your support. Big thanks going out to Resident Spike, Riverdog, Rotisserie G, JC Hunter, AMZ, and Carlos. Click to watch more videos, and I'll see you next time.